Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Welcome, everybody, to Family Night and Senior Night right here in Jal, New Mexico. And it's amazing that this is game number 9, or the 5th game of the homestand for the Panthers here at Panther Stadium. Thanks for joining us. My name is Ron Gunter, and I appreciate you being here on No Mark Broadcasting Network, whether it be on YouTube or on HobbsAmerica.com under the sports of Jal Sports. We are going to have a great one between Loving Falcons, who have the record coming in of 6-3 with a one-game winning streak, 1-2 on the district, versus the Jal Panthers. They're 3-5. They have a one-game losing streak going on, but they are 1-1, slightly ahead of Loving right now in the district standing so far. But of course, anything can happen as the district goes on. Once again, this is Family Night. They just did the seniors. They did the whole team, and they're also doing cross country as well as the cheerleaders, honoring them on their last home game anyway for the season. Amazing how the season goes by so quickly that you just kind of lose it. But let's go ahead and cover the seniors for the 11 seniors for the Jal Panthers real quickly. Going down the line, of course, we have great admiration for these kids. Zane Lujan, number 1, of course, he's a senior. Got Zekas Rames, and he is number 2, senior as well. David Navarrete, number 3. It's number, 22, Daniel Ornales, who was hurt just last week, and looks like he is gearing to go for this one, number 22. Daniel Gamaz is on as well, number 24, the senior. And then the kicker, Abraham Vasquez, also a senior, once again, number 45. Number 55, Hector Barrera, who is one of the captains. You'll see him on the coin toss. He is a senior. Francisco Ramos, who is a senior as well. He is a nose guard as well as an offensive guard. Got you on for Jonathan Lance, senior as well, number 77. And it is David Catan, number 88, captain as well, senior. And he is an inside linebacker as well as a tight end. And we cannot forget Steven Cervantes, who I lost his number. Actually, he was on the lineup, but he wasn't lined up as number 90. I think he was at number 50 at the time or whenever it was, but it wasn't the right number. But we have him at 99 now, tight end, and we'll keep an eye on him as well, as you expect to see all the seniors out there trying to do their best they can to get one more victory for the crowd as well as for the fans and, of course, for the Panther Stadium as well. So as we see the cheerleaders lined up for the introductions, let's talk about Loving as they come in for Coach Tyler Finch. And looks like they're going to be doing the spread offense. Now, they do have a record of 6-3. And how'd they get there? Well, I'm glad you asked, because the first game was against Estancia. And that game was a victory for them, 42-0. That was at home. And then they played at home against Nimi. The Broncos were able to beat that one, though, or win that one, 40-8. Played Artesia JV. That was on the road in Artesia, and won that one 44-12. And then played Tucumcari, and of course that's one of our measuring sticks as far as how things are going. Jal has also played Tucumcari as well, but this one was a victory for them as well, for Loving. Final score on that one against Tucumcari at home was 20-10. Played Newcomb after that on the 20th of September, and that was an easy victory for Loving and the Falcons as they beat Newcomb 40-14. Followed by another JV game that was also on the road in Carlsbad, and were able to beat the JV squad by a score of 42-16. And then Destrick came up and wasn't quite so kind, as most times they aren't, and faced Eunice first, and that was at Loving. And Eunice was able to get a mercy rule victory on them, 56-6. Followed by that was Texaco, one of the strongest teams in the division. Lost that one to 51-7. And then played Tularosa just last week, and were able to beat them 46-0. So actually, no, that was Tucumcari, that's right. So Tularosa was a huge victory. And as we know, Jal wasn't able to get that big of a victory against Tularosa, but were able to get a victory. So between, let's see, it's Texaco 51-7 loss on them against Jal. It was a victory, a loss for Jal, and that score was 49-0. So similar, although Loving was able to get 7 points on the board, and unfortunately Jal was not, as you remember. Now, it was 13-6 against Tularosa, a tight game, and a good defensive effort against Tularosa by Jal. So if they can do that tonight, I think they're going to go far as well. Centennial, they didn't have that for Loving, so we're not going to talk about them. And no other squads that I can see lined up, although again, both sides did JV squads. And Jal was 1-1 against the JV squads, while Loving 1-1 as well. So the player to watch for is going to be the senior Tristan Anchurez. He is the quarterback for the Loving Falcons. And he is going to be one of those, if you can corral him sort of people, you may be able to slow or even stop this Loving team. But he is definitely going to be the heart and soul of this squad. I'm sure the offensive line is also going to have a huge game on this one as they protect their quarterback. But if they can break it down, be able to get to the quarterback and get him at least pressured, although he does run as well. So he's a running threat, he's a throwing threat, he's very accurate. In fact, for his stats, he has 79 completions of 162 attempts. He has thrown for 1,504 yards and has about 167.1 yards a game. Has thrown for 16 touchdowns, and his longest was 88 yards. He has a quarterback rating of 111.8. For his running backs, of course, he himself has had 73 carries and leads the team with 531 yards, has had a long of 61 yards, and has 6 touchdowns on the ground. So altogether, he has 22 touchdowns altogether for the team. Next up would be Brody Allen, the junior. He is a running back, 6'1" is what he's listed at. Has 88 carries and 316 yards with 5 touchdowns. And it is Bobby Perez, the senior, 5'10". He has 38 carries with 234 yards on the season and has also had 5 touchdowns. So between the three of them, they have got 16 touchdowns altogether for the season. Pretty good for most running backs, or most teams anyway. Meanwhile, on the receiving side, the most receptions is with Fuentes, and that is going to be for Ricky Fuentes, the senior. 5'9" is what he's listed at. 23 receptions with 327 yards. has had a long of 53 and has had 6 touchdowns. Actually, it is Gonzalez, the sophomore, who has been really doing well. Ryder Gonzalez, 6 foot tall. And Ryder has 16 receptions, but he does have 537 yards. He's making an average of 33.6 yards a game, with 78 being the longest for his this season, and 6 touchdowns as well. Coming up not too far behind is Anshurez. That would probably be a relation to him. That's a senior, and that is Keenis Anshurez, wide receiver. 5'5" is what he's listed as. He has 10 receptions, 247 yards, and 88 yards is the longest he has for completion, as well as 3 touchdowns. And so those, and it is Vasquez to the senior Brabin Vasquez, 5'10", with the 1 solo touchdown after 14 receptions and 160 yards. Of course, this being so deep into the season, this is definitely going to be something to both sides are going to want to get this victory, because they're going to need the needed padding for the standings. In district right now, it is Texaco at number 1 with 3-0 for the record. Eunice playing tonight as well against Tularosa, 1-1. Jal also at 1-1. And Loving 1-2, and needs that victory to get back up to 500 in district. Tularosa sitting at 0-2, and of course they're going to be playing Eunice tonight. Meanwhile, overall, it is going to be tough to get past Texaco at 6-3, Eunice at 5-2. Jal still below 500 at 3-5, as you remember, and Loving still at 6-3. Tularosa sitting at a 2-6, bottom of the district. Let's take a break, be right back, and continue the coverage. You're on Jal Sports Network right here on the HobbsAmerica.com, YouTube, and also on Kicks on Facebook page. Be back in about 60 seconds.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
As the team comes out, we're going to continue talking about it. Thanks for being here. This is Ron Gunter. And remember last week, I know it was a heartbreaking loss, but they did fight as well, and also lost one of their main stars, Daniel Ornelas, to what it looked like to a shoulder injury. But he is dressed, raring to go today. In fact, it was Zane Lujan last week who had 27 carries and 105 yards. So between the last 2 weeks on the road, he had over 150, about 155 yards to be exact. Actually 255 yards to be exact for those 2 games. Zane Walker was the lead tackle with 5 tackles last week as well, so we may be talking about him too during this game. At least that's the hope anyway. So this is family night, senior night as well, and we are going to be able to watch this game, whether you want to watch it on live or anytime you want to after this. Of course, you can just catch it on HobbsAmerica.com and YouTube under the Jal Sports banner. And if you're on Hobbs America, you already know you have to go to sports and then find it on the Jal Sports banner. Going to be having the coin toss in just a couple of moments, as we are going to be running a little bit late, but that is par for the course. 11 seniors, though, were honored today, as well as the whole team. And, of course, we are always going to be happy to honor the team as they continue on with their 3-5 record, hoping to get 2 more victories. If they do so, they can get a 500 record. And they are definitely one better than they were last season, and that is a start. You got to go start small and then get every single game to win. We got the national anthem coming up. We're going to take a break again. Be back in a moment right here on the Jal Panther Network.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
All right, Loving over there warming up, and Jal ready to go to the center of the field to get the coin toss. And I tried not to mess that up, and of course I did, because I was trying too hard, but coin toss. So here we are in Jal, New Mexico. It is a cool night, about 61 degrees is what it feels like outside. And we are getting ready for some football action. One of the last game here for, unless there is possibility of a playoff game, this is going to be the last game of the season at Panther Stadium for the seniors, as well as for some of the fans out here who are fans because, you know, their kiddos are on the game, on the team. So this is going to be interesting to see once again, as it is 1-1 for the Jal Panthers, and Loving coming in with a 1-2 record and trying to see if they can get another victory. Of course, that'll make them 2-2 in district, but Jal would like to see themselves go to 2-1. As they were able to get that victory against Tularosa on the road. 2-1 is what the record is for Loving so far this season, away on the road. Let's see. Jal not so good on the at home, but they have had a couple of good victories. Hobbs JV, they did win that one. Right here. They did lose to Las Cruces after losing to Dexter Demons and the Santa Rosa Lions. Also lost big to Texaco in their first district game. Of course, that was the home opener for the district. And they've had 4 games so far, so that's 1-3. Would love to get up to 2-2 or 2-3. Actually, no, that's not right. Let's see. It is 1, 0-2, 0-3, 0-4. Okay, so it is 1-4. So yeah, that's right. 5 games so far, 1 more to go. So 2-4 is the best they can do for the season at home. Here comes the coin toss as the captains are coming out. More so for Loving. Looks like maybe it's because of senior night as well, but let's see if I can get some of those numbers for the Loving squad. Look like that one. Some of those are going to be Joshua Diaz and Ricky Fuentes. As well as number 72, and that is Jace Munoz, senior. Looks like they're just going out there as honorary captains. Of course, you can see that all on the screen. Loving going to get the call. Up in the air is the coin, and let's see who gets the victory. It is going to be Loving. I believe, as he consults. Looks like Loving is going to kick. If I'm not mistaken about that, from the yeah, Loving's going to kick. Jal is going to receive. That means that Loving's going to have it at the second half, and it's going to be Jal defending the south end. So Jal will be going from south to north. Loving will be going north to south in first half. Of course, Loving with the white and red, white uniforms, red trim. And your Jal Panthers, yellow helmets, blue shirts, and white pants with the yellow trim as well. And we are about to get underway here in Jal. As it's me, David Gaetan, going back there, as well as Navarrete. Also back there is Zekas Romas. So depending on how hard that is kicked, it is going to depend on or determine who gets that opening kickoff. So thank everybody for being here on this Friday night. We are here October 24th. We're about to get underway as it is now 7:05. Jose with the kickoff. And it's going to go short and bounce off of Zekas Ramas. Is able to get it, and he's going flung down at the 35. This will be 1st and 10 from the 35 for the Jal Panthers. And it is underway.
That's where we start with a Jal Panther first down.
Here we go. Looks like it is Ornalis. Going to be quarterbacking. Gaetan to his left as he is going to go ahead and get that handoff. Hits the wall and does move it a couple of yards and does get a gain of about 3 for his efforts. So 2nd and 7, and here we go. See if we can get an opening drive for the Jal Panthers. Just a couple of years ago, this squad was able to run up and down this Loving squad. In fact, actually, it was 9 games winning game, or 9-game winning streak against them before last season's loss at 32-25. Of course, that was on the road. As it goes around, that is going to be Zayden Lujan who gets punched out, but almost had that first down. So very close, depending on the spot. Could be close to a first down or maybe even a first down. Did a very good job of picking up about 6, maybe even 7 almost. First down. So 1st and 10 for Jal as Zayden gets 7 as he needed. We're getting knocked out of bounds. This one's going to be a quarterback keeper from Renales as he goes up the middle, bounces around, gets about 3, maybe even 4 yards. 2nd and 6. So let's go ahead and call that 2nd and 7. That was just a nice little 3-yard gain. And that's what I like to see is a little movement forward, be able to get those short yardage. And that way by 3rd down, if you don't have to get there, then it's very short to get that first down. 2nd down with Renales, surrounded by Zayden Lujan and Gaetan. He's going to go ahead and get that off of a quarterback option. And Lujan, though, unfortunately loses about a yard as he was trying to get to the right. And as you saw, was swarmed and went down a yard behind the scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd and 8 on that one. First negative yardage of this game so far. Hopefully it'll be the last, but it is still very early in this game. We have just 10 minutes to go in the first. So a bit of a long delay as we have one. We've already had 1 first down for Jal as their opening drive is still going on. Gets out of it, and it looks like a possible pass as Ornalis is alone. Twins left, twins right. Going to go ahead and have Zayden Lujan in motion to the right as he passes to the right. And that will be a short pass, and unfortunately did not go anywhere for Navarrete, who has had some good runs, but unfortunately that was not one of them. Just did not get the defense that he thought he was going to have and got stopped at the line of scrimmage. Maybe he lost a yard, so it's, but no, he got to the line. So it'll be 4th down and 8. Looks like it'll be a punting situation, or now it's also the punter. They have faked it from time to time, but I don't think they're going to, as they're midfield right now, still in their own territory. Going to go ahead and punt that one, and it's going to go to about the 20-yard line. Actually, it's going to go to the 18, bounce, good Jal roll, and that is going to go down to the 10-yard line before being picked up. So when we return, it'll be Loving Football at the 10-yard line, deep in their own actually the 15-yard line. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Ran to his left, and he went to his right, actually the other way around, left, and is able to get a huge gain once again for the quarterback that we talked about that will burn you, and he's got the legs to do it. Tristan Onchurez, number 10, as he went from the 15 to the 30, 15, actually a 17-yard gain in their first down of the game as well. So could not get that one stopped. And it will be already a run of 5 yards. So 2nd down and about 4. As the runner went out of bounds. Be trips on the right, one to the left for Tristan. And a false start, as it looked like it was the center this time. In any case, though, it'll be false start on the Falcons. And that'll take him back 5 yards. So 2nd and 9 for the Falcons. Let's see who all is out there. Looks like it is Brody Allen, the junior. Who is behind and to the left of the quarterback, Tristan. He's going to go back to pass. He's going to throw it deep into an open, but just out of his fingertips. It was right in front of him, too, for Onchurez. But there is a flag on the play. Could be a holding call, depending on where it's at. Find the white cap. There he is. Yes, it is in that holding area. And it is going back. And it is holding, so it'll take him back to a 2nd and long. And that's about 12 yards. So it'll be 2nd. And about 21. Or 22. Going to pass this time. He held it, and he's going to hit his runner, catch caught as he was in stride, and gets down to about the 37-yard line for a 1st down. Nice little pass from Onchurez to Onchurez. That was Demetris, the sophomore from Tristan. And that was definitely a 1st down as he gets inside the Jal Panther territory. 1st and 10 at the 38 for Jal, in Jal's territory. Runner goes to the left. He hesitates. He hesitates again, gets caught, and is brought down just at the line of scrimmage. Could have been, let's see, was that David Gatton who did that? Trying to focus in on his number. In any case, no gain on that one, and actually a loss of 1 yard, 2nd and 11. Second 11, the quarterback goes back, goes and gets out of the pocket, runs. He's at the 30-yard line, slips and falls as Catan was able to touch him and bring him down after he slipped and fell. But he did get to the 30-yard line, so he is close to the first down as he ran for 10 yards. Had a little trouble, though, with his breaks. Third and short, third and about a yard. So expect to see another run. Here it is, as it is Brody Allen, once again the junior, this time does get across the line and will be a first down. Third one for the Falcons. That was a 2-yard gain for Brody. So Allen with that run and already first down for the Falcons at the 26. Pass to the left and will be received. Actually, he is not out of bounds. He is still on his feet as he runs in for the touchdown, I believe. And it will be a touchdown. Let's see who grabbed that one. Looks like that was from Joshua Diaz. I believe that's who did it. But either way, though, a score already for Loving. So score on the board, pass play. And they'll be going for 2 with 6:37. And the flags are flying for a false start. Bringing back 5 yards for the attempt again. So some say that is a good thing, others not so much. They're going to try for the 2-point conversion, though, once again. So I think that was Ricky Fuentes who caught that pass. Okay, so he caught it very nicely and got the score. Going to roll to the right, throw it into the end zone, and nobody there. 2-point conversion is going to be no good.
In the first quarter, 6:37 on the clock. Your score, Jal Panthers 0, the Falcons.
So 6-0 is the score. We are going to go ahead and take a break. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network. See you in 30.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
I'd like to thank our sponsors, which, of course, are on the bottom of the screen. Thank you very much. Without you guys, we would not be able to put these on the air. And I would put another one on. But the Loving Falcons have been quick on the draw, and sometimes so are Jal. So we're going to go ahead and keep it right here as we're about to get a kickoff. That was their opening drive for Loving. And unfortunately, its score is 6-0. They did miss the pass for the incompletion to nobody for the 2-point conversion. Jal, though, ready on this family night as they're about to get the kickoff once again. Looks like back deep is going to be Navarrete. Doesn't get it to him, though, but does get it to Gaton, I believe. In any case, so nice little cut. Gets it to the 35, maybe to the 36.
Number 88, David Gaetan with the ball.
And Gaetan did have that one, so first and 10 for the Jal Panthers. Talking about the fact that Jal's getting better with their first downs, but really need to work on getting more TDs. Already have one for the Loving Falcons. So on for their second attempt, try. Their second drive, first and 10. Going to be normal format with running back. And it'll be going to the right this time as it is Zayden Lujan. Going to get some nice yardage, maybe 6 on that run. Get it off from Ornalis. will be 6, 2nd and 4. Coming into the game, looks like that it's going to be the junior, Ian Faulkner. And Catan will be on the left-hand side, Ornalis. Navarrete on the right-hand side for the receiving, and 2 on the left for Jal. As this one is going to be a quarterback keeper, going to break it out to the right. Almost got the shoestring tackle, but was able to get out. May have stepped out of bounds, yes he did, at the 49-yard line of Loving, but not before he got the first down. So that is the second first down. Another running first down as well for the Jal Panthers. So the second one of the game, 1st and 10. And they've done that consecutively on their drives, so they just need to do it more often, as it is going to be 1 left, 1 right, and 2 on 1 on either side for Ornalis. Ornalis is going to go ahead and pass or hand that off to Zane Lujan. He's going to swerve around. They tried to get the ball out, but instead he's still on his feet, as he does unfortunately trip out of bounds, but not before getting another first down. So that'll be a nice long run as it started off at the 48. We'll go all the way down to the 38. So about 20 yards off that run. Nicely done. First down, 3rd one of the game. And there's been a timeout by, looks like, Loving and the Falcons. We'll take one with them. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Cracking that whip and trying to get down the field. So far, the second drive for the Jal Panthers. And 2 first downs. Both of them running. And that last one was a nice gain from Zayden Lujan. Timeout by, I believe it was Loving. Can't tell from the scoreboard, but I think it was Loving who did it. Either way, trying to slow down this Jal Panther squad, who has had some trouble getting some rhythm. Hopefully this will not slow them down any as they continue on. I think with the running quarterback on both sides, I think that does put a little pressure on the line, trying to figure out who's going to have the ball in the end. And Jal has been doing some really good stuff running to the left. And maybe we'll continue to see that. So we've got 2 receivers left, 2 right. And it is Ornalis with 1 on his left. It is Gaetan. He's going to go ahead and keep that one on his own. This time he's not going to get too far, as he does get about 3 yards off that tough run. So the lines are proving to give away a little bit and give some yardage to Ornalis. So 2nd and 8. That was just 2 yards, 2 tough yards for Ornalis. He was working on his shoulder last week, so this week looks like he is back to game time shape, which is good. Got 2 left, and he's going to go ahead and keep this one again as he goes up the middle and gets stopped. But is still on his feet as they whistle it dead. Looks like he got a gain of about 3 yards as he got a huge bear hug from the Falcon. That was Jace Munoz, listed at 330 pounds, 5'10" for the center. He is a senior. So we're looking at 3rd and about 5. Like I said, he just bear hugged him, stopped him from getting any further down the field. And Ornalis was not tackled, but definitely bear hugged. Gaetan with that one as he goes to his right. He's able to bounce a couple of defenders, and may have had enough for a first down depending on where they mark it. And it looks like it is going to be spot on, and they are going to move it. So it is first down. Another first down This drive is still alive. 3 first downs for this one on their second drive. And now they're sitting at the 22-yard line of the Falcons. First and 10 for Jal. Ornelas once again looking at two receivers on his left, one on his right. He does have Gaton, as he does keep it and will get forward progress to about the 20. So that's 2-yard gain of that little run. Second 8 for Ornelas and the squad of Panthers. That's once again Faulkner's coming in. He's going to go to the right-hand side receiver, along with Zayden Lujan. It'll be Gaton to his left for Ornelas, and one receiver on his left as well. Going to go ahead and hand that one off to Gaton. He's still on his feet. He's going down to the 5 and touchdown. And that'll be a 20-yard run for Gaton, and for that touchdown. So an answer from Jal, as it is 2:50 in the first. And the Jal Panthers are on the board. I believe they're going to go for the 2-point conversion as well. They usually do. He just ran right up the middle, was pretty much untouched, especially once he got into the secondary. He was able to get in with no problems at all. And actually they're going to kick the PAT. It'll be, once again, Abraham Vasquez, the kicker, number 45, senior, doing the honors. Lining it up. Going to get a high snap, but they're going to get that one up. And it is no good. Score is tied at 6-all with that no good PAT. And we're going to be back in just 30 seconds right here on the Jal Panther Network.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, locals loyal and proud to serve.
So this series with Loving is 15-7. The last time there was a 9-game winning streak against this squad until last season, until then, with a 32-25 loss. So they've got a 1-game losing streak against this squad, and of course Jal would like to get on the winning side once again. 15-7 once again is for the last 22 games. 23 they're hoping again, as this game is tied up at 6. Thanks for being here. I am Ron Gunter. This is where we got a kickoff. The second possession for Loving, and Jal will be on, of course, defense. So once again, Abraham Vasquez cooking for Jal as he does a squib kick. It's going to go to the 30-yard line. Be picked up by Brody, who ends up getting a few yards. And Brody Allen is going to get, the junior is going to get the start at, looks like about 3-yard gain. So 1st and 10 will be the call for the Falcons in their own territory. So Jal hoping to see what they can do defensively. Of course, Loving is going to try to do their best with their outstanding quarterback, Tristan Anchores. 5'10" is what he's listed as. To see if they can move the ball down the field once again. Gets the ball back quickly. Going to go ahead and pass. As he's flushed out of the pocket, he's going to roll to his right and throw over the head once again, just barely out of his reach for Ricky Fuentes. So Davian Navarrete, and on that one, trying to pressure him, and for the throw anyway, was on defense. 2nd and 10. Once again at the 33. Taking on more time, getting the play from the coaches. Looks like Brody Allen is to his left. He's got 3 receivers on his right. As he goes in and runs out to his left, he's going to run out of bounds. He's going to get a couple of yards, not too big of a gain. Say about 3 anyway, and looks like it'll be 3rd and 6. Got a halftime score for you, as it is a halftime. Lovington in Deming ahead 32-6. Not a huge shock. Also, Tularosa is playing Eunice right now, and they're playing that, I believe, in Tularosa. We'll find out what the score is and let you know as soon as we can. Back to pass once again, and has a lot of time for Insurance. Going to go ahead and run to the left this time and get knocked out of bounds, as it is going to be Isaac Salinas who was able to get that one and stop him short of the first down by about 3 yards. So it'll be 4th and 3rd, or 3. So it's basically a 2-yard gain. So Loving looks like they may be kicking this time, but we'll see, as it is Zane Lujan going back for the punt. So around the 30-yard line is where the punt's going to be. Kicks it, and Zane Lujan around the 20. Going to pick it up just near the out of bounds. He's still on his feet. Did get 10 yards. And was out of bounds at the 35. So not a bad run back off that one. And it will be Jal Panther ball. So once again, not bad field position for Jal Panthers on their 3rd possession, as they were able to stop Loving 3 and out that time. So something that I'm sure Coach Satterwright is loving right now. Getting some defense that he saw a couple weeks ago against Tularosa, especially in the end zone, or near the in the red zone, as it is 1st and 10 for Jal. Hand off to Catan, who is going to run it up the middle, gets a couple of extra yards as he gets past some blockers. It's about 3 to 4 yards. Looks like 4 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 6. So once again, Faulkner coming in with the call from the coach. Let's see what we're going to have called again, as we have 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And it is Gatan to the left, and it will be, actually it's Gatan to the right and Lujan to the left. He's going to run to the right, get some blocks, and get a great one as he's still on his feet. Did run out of bounds, though, around the 38-yard line of Loving. So a huge first down, as well as a huge run. And for the 20-yard run, we still have 1:26 to go, and we're still in the first quarter. So another first down for Jal, as they're inside Falcon territory. 1st and 10 once again. Same formation. Going to go ahead and keep that one this time for Analysis, as he's going to get, a good 3 yards, maybe 4, as they spot him at the 40-yard line. So 4 yards for the run. 2nd and 6 for Ornalis, as it is 40 yards now before they get that touchdown, and just 6 yards for the first down. 2nd and 6, as we're down to just under a minute to go in this first quarter. Got 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right, as it is going to be a handoff once again up the middle to the right to Gatan, who's going to get 5 yards for that rumble stumble, and gets it down to 3rd and 2. So officially 4 yards on that one, as it gets to the 35. 3rd and 2 for the Jal Panthers. Quick huddle out of it. Lujan left and Gatan to the right for Nalis. We're going to have 1 singles on left and right. Zane Lujan gets it. He's going to run past some blockers and get to the 35, actually the 35-yard gain and a first down to boot. It's one more first down for Jal, as it is going to be 5 seconds. Looks like we're going to go into the first quarter, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Jal as we get back. We'll be back in just 1 minute as we continue coverage. It is a tied game, 6-6, and Jal is on the move with their third possession. Be back in just a moment right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Welcome back to Family Night, Senior Night as well on this last game at Panther Stadium, and it is a tie game. Loving struck first, unable to get that PAT, and then turned around and there was an answer from the Panthers. It is a 6-all tie as they are on the 30-yard line for the Panthers after being able to stop the Falcons 3 and out. They are down to the 30-yard line of the Falcons and trying to get something going as they have continued to get a rhythm so far in this game. 1st and 10 once again. Ornalis is going to go to the right. It is a quarterback option. He's going to go ahead and keep it, but he did not get anywhere. In fact, he lost a yard off that one as he was tag team. And actually, it looks like they did give him the forward progress. So 2nd and 10 is what we're looking at. So nicely done as he was run out of bounds. So if anything, you don't want to lose any yardage, and he did not. So 2nd and 10 as he gets his lineup once again. Will be Catan to his left. 2 receivers right, 1 to his left. One of them will be Zane Lujan on the right-hand side. As he goes ahead and hands that off to Catan once again. And he's going to get a decent 3 yards once again brought down by the big guy on the Falcons squad. That is going to be Munoz. Jace Munoz. So 3 yards on that one. It would be, well, let's just say 2 yards, 3rd and 8. So a lot of yards to go for the first down. Still 2 possession though, or 2 down as he pitches it back to Zane Lujan. He's able to get somewhat of a hole, but not as much as he would like. Did get about 5 yards from his forward progress, and they got him to the 23, but just short by 3 yards. 4th and 3, and you know they're going to go for it on this one. They continue to get those 3-yard gains. They should be able to get the first down, but right now it's going to be Ornalis under center. Catan behind him, and he's going to pitch it to Zane Lujan with Catan leading the way, and he did get that one about 5 yards, maybe 4 either way, crossed the 20 and got that first down as we are in the second quarter. That is the first down in the second quarter. They've been running all this game so far, no passes yet, as it is a 1st and 10, and they're already on the line after that 4th down. Once again, and there will be a penalty on that one. Looks like it's going to be going against the offense. It was in the backfield, and it was during the snap, so it could be a false start. We'll see. As the refs are getting together, it looks like he is indicating false start, which means this will go back 5 yards.
Illegal formation.
Illegal formation.
Man in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. Replay the down.
There was too many men in the backfield. or too many men on the field for Jal. So 5-yard loss. Second or first down and 15 now. So it wouldn't matter what the play had come up to because Jal was not lined up properly. First and 15 from the 21, I believe. And whistles once again. That's another bad sign. It should be going back another 5 yards, unless it's an encroachment.
Offsides. Defensive break.
It is offsides this time, so we'll go back 5 yards. And we're going to go back and forth. You give us 5, we'll give you 5, and we're back to first and 10 for the Jal Panthers. Will be marked inside or just, inside the red zone at the 16. First and 8. First and 8, and a fake as he passes it this time. And it's going to be a short gain, and this is going to be going to Cervantes. And Steven is able to get about 5 yards, so it'll be second down and a short 2. He was pushed out of bounds after he got that reception. First completion of the game for Arnalis. So nicely done. Second and 2, just at the 11-yard line. Arnalis now, Gaetan on his right. He's got 2 receivers on his right, one on his left. Gets it, going to go ahead and keep that one himself. He's going to try to get around the right-hand side. Gets it, almost broke the tackle as he was able to get it around the 2-yard line. He was taken down, looks like that was by Garrett Bunch, the senior. In any case, so it is going to be a first down, first and goal, as he just needed 2 yards. So first and goal from the 4.
First and goal at the 4.
And all their first downs have been on the run. Here we go. Run on the right, quarterback keeper this time as he takes it in. And actually it looked like it was going to be Zane Lujan. So 4-yard run. Double check that number. Looks like it was Zane Lujan, 4-yard run as Jal takes the lead. And with 9:46 to go in the second quarter, Jal is heading the right way in this game. Let's see what they're going to get for the, are they going to go for the 2 or are they going to go for the 1? Looks like they're going to go for a 2-point conversion. A little confusion out there, but they are getting it set. Empty, they're going to go ahead and call a timeout, looks like. So there was a little too much confusion on there. Timeout, Jal will take one with him as it is now, once again, 12-6, 2-point conversion on the way as we continue Jal Panther Sports on the Jal Panther Network.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
All right, coming back from action, and it is once again a PAT or 2-point conversion. It is on the line right now as Jal has just scored on a 4-yard run from Zayden Lujan. 9:46 to go in the second. It's still plenty of time in this game as well as the second quarter. And the Falcons have allowed 12 points so far and maybe 14 if they can get this 2-point conversion, which Jal was a little confused about the lineup on that one, so they just had to get that correct. Had to call a timeout on it, but still looking pretty as they get set up for the 2-point conversion. Arnalis is going to get under center with 2 behind him. He's going to go ahead and toss that off to Zayden Lujan, who's going to power around and dive inside, and he gets the 2-point conversion as well for the run. So it is 14 to 6. And we are going to take a little break. Be back in just 30 seconds right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
So the first possession wasn't much for Jal, but the last 2 possessions have ended in scores, and that's why we've got the 14-6 lead after Loving was stopped for their second possession. This will be their third one, as Jal is going to be kicking this one off. Once again, it'll be Steven Cervantes who's going to be doing the honors for the Jal Panthers, the senior, as it is senior night as well as family night. Thank you very much for being here. Once again, Jal up on the squad after being 3-5. Loving Falcons right now sitting on a 6-3 record, 1-2 on district, 1-1 for Jal. As this one is going to be a squid kick, as they call it. It'll go to the 45, and unfortunately that did not work out the way Jal wanted it to, but nevertheless so. It is taken over by Aiden Franco, the senior. And that's going to be nice field position for the Loving Falcons. Right now still has the lead. 14-6 are the Jal Panthers. Like I said, they had a 9-game winning streak against this squad till last season, so they're trying to get that back again. First and 10, though, for Tristan as he goes back to pass, and he is a good passer, but he can also run as well, and that's what he's doing. Running around, didn't find anybody, so he's going to make his own as he gets to 10 and more as he eludes a lot of these tacklers before he finally goes down, and that is David Gaetan, who was part of that. But he does get the first down on his legs after running about 20 extra yards. So good run for Onchores. And Tristan, first down. Don't have to change that as he hands that one off. That will be taken down quickly and with authority by, let's see, that is going to be Miguel Ramos, the freshman. He did it all on his own on that one and stopped the runner at 2 yards, as that was Brody Allen. So 2nd and 8. Quarterback back. He tries to unload that, does, and just over the head of his receiver. That'll be Onchores, the senior as well. So there are 3 Onchores on the team as well. 3rd and about 8, maybe 7 after that. But 3rd and down is the Falcons. They are inside Jal Panther territory right now at the 40, almost the 42, between the 41 and the 42. So Tristan back to pass once again, looking to his right, will deliver it up the middle. Actually, there was 2 receivers that thought they were going to get the ball, and one of them could not get it. The one that couldn't was Ricky Fuentes, and couldn't see who the other one was. May have been Joshua Diaz, the freshman. Either way, though, a little bit of a miscommunication there, and that will end up being a 4th down once again for the Falcons. Quickly in the hole as they are 4th and 8 inside territory of Jal, though. So I think they're going to go ahead and go for this one, although they have Brody Allen. Yep, they're going to go ahead and go for this one as Tristan is set up for the quarterback. Quick, and that'll be probably a false start as the whistles are blown quickly. It should go against the Falcons. That false start. And that'll be against Ricky Fuentes, trying to get an early route on that one. Instead, cost him 5 yards, and they'll go back. So the kicking team will come out. And Jal will be happy enough to get that stop and get the ball back as well. Maybe deep in their own territory, but at least they stopped this Falcons team from getting anything after that first down just a moment ago. So it'll be, can't tell if that's Ramos or if that is Lujan back there. It is Lujan. for the punt return. And a kick will be off to the right. Looks like it'll be bouncing into the end zone, and that will be a touchback. They'll go in the 20. So 1st and 10 for the Jal Panthers as we return. It is the second quarter. We've got 8:35 to go and a lead of 8 points. It is 14-6. We'll be back in a moment right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal.
We are back as the offense ready. Onayas with the handoff, and he's going to get it to David Catan. Looks like, and he's going to get some yardage as he'd get brought down by about 3 different Falcons. Yes, he did. And he's going to get about 6 whole yards off that big run. 2nd and 4 for the Jal Panthers. Thanks for being here on this Friday night. And once again, Jal, 2 possessions, 2 scores, and already on their 3rd possession after going 3 and out for the Falcons. With some swagger and getting into line. It is 2 on the left, 1 on the right for the receivers. And it is Ornelas getting the ball, going to keep it as he runs to the left. Does not get any protection, though, and just lunges forward for a possible yard, depending on where they mark it. Actually, looks like they got him back to the line of scrimmage. And he is now at the 26-yard line. So 3rd down and 4 from the 26 for the Jal Panthers. Trying to get 3 drives in a row for touchdowns. This is their 3rd one. Deep in their own territory, though, against this Falcon squad. Going to get a couple on his right for the receiving corps. As he hands this off once again, this time it's going to be, well, there's going to be a flag in the backfield, so most likely we'll be back, as it was Gaton who looked like he got the 1st down, but that depends on what the flag is, again, in the backfield. Usually a bad sign, though, as it is a hold against, and that's the reason why he had the opening. So unfortunately, instead of going forward, they will go backwards. Flag was on the 24-yard line, roughly. Probably could take him back about 10. And it's going to be set at the 16-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 13. So 2 to the right now as Ornelas. Looks like he has just 1 and will keep that. Looked like he was going to throw for a moment. Still will as he hurls it down the field. He's got an open man, and he hits him. Gets him down to the 40-yard line, and that is going to be for a huge gain for Zekas Ramas, who is unfortunately hurt, or shaken up anyway. Yep, he's got a shoulder injury, but unfortunately that is the case. But he did get the 1st down, first passing 1st down for the Jal Panthers. But it came at a cost. But a nice long pass. 35 yards. As the spot is now at the 35-yard line.
And that is definitely a Jal Panther 1st down.
So the 3rd one of the quarter. And now run quickly. Zane Lujan getting up the middle and over to the right. And we'll get it down to the 21-yard line. Nicely done. Another 1st down. Now it's going to be about a, let's see, that's 14 yards.
Ball on the 22-yard line for a Jal Panther.
So it'll be on the 20. All right, so not as many, but still at the 23-yard line. So about 9 yards. Nevertheless, though, 1st down. 1st and 10, another throw back to Zane Lujan. He's going to get some protection, get around, still on his feet, and he's still going, and he's all the way in for that touchdown. 24-yard run for Zane Lujan. And Panthers are coming out of nowhere to get these scores. It is now 6:06 remaining in the first half. And the crowd, of course, family night, is happy. Lujan once again, 24 yards on the run. And Jal Panthers looking strong on both sides of the ball. Going to go ahead and try the PAT. It'll be Zayden Lujan to hold it. It'll be Abraham Vasquez to kick the ball. Let's see if they can get this one. They missed the first one. This one is going to go up and through, up the uprights. And it is now 21-6. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here. It is the Jal Panther Network right here on HobbsAmerica.com and YouTube. Stay with us.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
So Jal is rolling 3 possessions out of 4. The first one couldn't do anything, but the last 3 possessions, they have scored touchdowns, and that is why they're holding on to that 21-6 lead. In fact, actually, they have 21 unanswered points, as it was Loving who scored first on this game. So 21 answered points. Now they're going to go back out there and kick again to this Loving squad. Now it looked like it was going to be back and forth because Tristan Onchurez is such a great quarterback, but they have slowed him down so far. But it's still plenty to go. We have 6:06 to go in the first half. But a nice little lead for the Jal Panthers. As it is Abraham Vasquez once again to do the kicking honors. The last time he had a little pooch kick. Let's see what he does this time. That's the whistle. And the kick once again will be going 20, 30 yards back to the 25. And it'll be a 10, 15 yard, almost a 15 yard return for Loving as they get it to the 39-yard line. So far they have not been able to do anything since the first quarter. And that is because of the Panther defense. Looking strong like they did against Toloroso. We're hoping to see the same as we continue with this game. 1st and 10, though, for Loving. As they're at the just on the other side of the 38 in their own territory. Defense spread. That is on Shures once again. And he takes that to the left. He's going to keep it. He's going to run around, try to get an opening. Could not find anything, and he does get taken out of bounds. And it is going to be David Navarrete who is the one who got him out of bounds. And according to the marking, looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. We talked about the fact at the beginning of the game that we needed to control or contain that quarterback. And if you do that, you can contain the Falcons. And so far, that is exactly what this defense has done. And they need to continue doing that if they want to get some more times to score. With right now 55-52, and the time stopped. Going to go throw backwards. Get that one to his right. Does get a couple of yards before he gets taken down. That is going to be, let's see, that number 22, I believe. I believe that is going to be for Austin Bunch, the freshman. Did get a nice gain on that one, but it is going to be 3rd and 4 after that completion. 3rd and 4. There we go, and it will be a whistle quick as that one was hiked back. It looks like it's going to be probable. Yep, there's a flag in the backfield. It's probably going to be a false start. Yes, it is, against the offense. It'll take them back 5. And they are getting their own way with another penalty, stopping their drive, or slowing it down anyway, taking it back to 3rd and 9. So again, it looks like they're going to be going for it if they do get on 4th down, although they are on the wrong side of the 50 to do that. Trying to get a call. Looks like one of the players is getting a little tension to his right foot. but for right now, we've got 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Going back to pass is unsure as he launches it up the middle, and it is caught. And it'll be caught to the 50. That is going to be number 12. They do get the first down off that pass. And that is going to go into the hands of Bravin Vasquez, senior. So that's their second first down as this one goes for another 10, another first down as well. And that is going to be Brody who got that one. Third down, inside territory for Jal now as they're down to the 38. Going back to pass once again as he likes to do that. Has all day, does get pressure. He's going to roll around to his right, has 10 yards and more and does slide for a first down. He gets about 11 yards out of that run. So Loving starting to gain momentum a little bit with this drive. 3 first downs. They are still with the ball. 1st and 10, and a timeout is going to be on the field. 4:33 is the time. Looks like Jal Panthers are going to try to get back into this. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network. Once again, 21-6 is the score. Jal is in the lead. Be back in a moment.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
4:33 to go in this first half, and the Falcons are flying towards the end zone. This is their second time they have been able to do so, but they're still short about 30. Sorry, actually that is going to be 28 yards. They still have to go. 27 yards. I was right the first time. So it's 1st and 10 from the 27. Jal had to take a timeout to slow down this momentum. And Honduras, as quarterback, Tristan has been doing a little bit of damage in this drive against the Jal Panthers. 1st and 10, you got receivers 3 on the left, 1 on the right. Looks like he's going to go back to pass. He's going to look. He's going to pass to the left and almost intercepted. Looked like that was going to be going to his receiver. Zane Lujan was the one that was able to get that one pressured. Ryder Gonzalez, the sophomore, looks like that was who it was for, intended to go to. In any case, it is 2nd and 10. Stops the clock, 4:27. There's a little confusion on the offensive side. Finally got some receivers on the right. 2 on the right, 1 on the left. Actually, be 2 on the left now. And 1 with the quarterback, as it is unsure as once again Tristan going back to pass. He's going to get some time, goes to the left, gets that one in his hands of his receiver and does go in for the touchdown on that one. And that'll be a 27-yard pass. And let's see who the number was on that one. I believe that was to Gonzalez once again. This time he was successful in getting it. So an answer back from this Falcons squad. .27 once again. Gets us down to 4:18 as they're going to go for 2. He's going to run it around, and is he in? I think he was short. Nope, he did get in. He did get in on the run. So 2-point run from the quarterback. That will make it 14-21. 21-14. Jalstone lead, but it is now a 1-possession game, a 1-score game, and Coming back, we'll have the kickoff, and Jal will be getting the ball. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Back already as they are lined up to kick. Looks like that'll be Brody Allen. Looks like he's going to be kicking. Actually, no. It's a little bit of a onside kick, but it is received, and it is Salinas who was able to land on it around the 43-yard line of Jal. So it'll be 1st and 10, actually at the 44. So they have 56 yards to get a touchdown before the half. We've got time of 4:17, still plenty of time before halftime. And it is the Jal Panthers once again out there on the offense. Tight formation though, it'll be Zayden Lujan on the left, actually on the left. 2 on the left, 1 on the right. And Ornelas. Gonna go ahead and hand that off to Catan, who sidesteps, was stopped near the line, but does get about 3 after the hit, and gets it to 2nd and 7. So he ended up side scooching that one after being caught at the line. 2nd and 7 for Jal. As coming in for the Jal Panthers, it's going to be Ellis Gonzalez, a junior, at number 10. So Gonzalez is going to go to the left-hand side. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Actually, 2 left, 2 right. And a false start, which is good because that ball was not hiked well. It was on the ground when the whistle happened. So it'll be going back 5 yards. Not always a great thing, but this time I think it helped them. It saved them from a possible fumble. They will have to make up those 5 yards. 2nd and 12. I'm going to go take it back to the 42. As we all know, the answer to everything, life and the universe and everything, is 42. Although this time around, it's just the yardage. 2nd and 12. Tight formation on this one. Under the center is Ornelas. He's going to go ahead and pass this, or hand this back, pitch it back, actually, to Zane Lujan, who is strung around. Still on his feet, going to get the first down because he just could not get brought down, and took that and made it about a 12-yard play, just enough for the first down.
And those spins are good enough for a Jal Panther.
And just like the washing machine, he spun his way to the first down. 1st and 10, this time it's inside Falcon territory. They're on the 46-yard line. So nicely done by Zayden Lujan once again. He's had the last 2 games 155 yards. So you know he can run. Once again, a pitch back to Zayden Lujan. This time he goes around the right. Finds a bit of a gap before he finds 2 defenders to take him down. And I think he got about 3 yards. So 2nd and 7. Let's make that 2nd and 6. As he gets 4 yards. That's right. So 4 yards for Zayden Lujan as Faulkner comes in. Maybe Ornelas going to get the ball, and to his left will be Gatan. He's going to hand it off to Gatan. He's going to work his way up the middle and get at least 4 yards. He's still working, and may be enough for a first down, maybe just shy by about half a yard. But that is good for 5, maybe 5.5. 3rd and barely a 1. But they're at the 37-yard line of the Falcons. Receiver left and right. 2, 1 to each side of Ornelas. He's going to go ahead and hand that off to Zane Lujan. He hesitated for a moment. He's going to try to get around, may get the forward progress. as he was taken down by 2 Falcons. I believe one of those is going to be Garrett Bunch, and that is going to be just enough for a first down. So plenty of first downs during this game for the Jal Panthers, as well as the scoring. First down, 1st and 10, as they are at the 46-yard line of the Falcons. Under center, once again, is Ornelas. He's going to go ahead and pitch that back to Lujan, who's going to get a couple yards on the left, but it's going to be not, because there is a flag in the backfield, and it's going to be a hold. So it's around the 38. Yep, Gaton was caught holding 10 yards, will be back, and that'll be first down and about 22. Actually, looks like first down and 20, or yeah, 1st and 20. So penalties, they haven't had too many, but just enough to slow them down. That is definitely going to slow them down as it takes them back 10. Jal lines up once again. Ornelas in the shotgun with Gaton to his left. He's going to go ahead and keep that this time, run to the right, try to stiff arm, try to get around, actually got around 2, stiff armed a couple of them before almost getting a horse collar tackle. And that was once again Bunch getting him out of bounds, but not before he gained almost half the yards back to the original line of scrimmage, got it down to the 40-yard line of Falcons. It'll be 2nd and 15, so 5-yard gain for that rumble.
2nd 14 now for the Panthers.
Actually make that 2nd and 14. He got 6 yards. 2nd and 14, a couple of bit of lineup there as 2 to the left, 1 to the right now. And plenty of time for Ornelas to be able to look and throw. He's going to throw to his right. He's got a wide open man, and unfortunately just could not connect with that pass. If he would have, it would definitely have been a touchdown of 40 yards. However, it was for David Navarrete. Just couldn't quite get to him. It was about 3 yards ahead of him. So the first incomplete pass. And that takes us to 3rd and long, 3rd and 14. So did get the defense off, caught him off guard, but unfortunately just could not connect on that pass. 3rd and 14 now for the Jal Panthers. We've got 52 seconds as the clock has stopped for the incomplete pass. And we'll go back once again for Ornelas. He's going to go ahead and pitch that to Gaton, who gets it about the 28-yard line. And it's going to go still on his feet. He's at the 15-10, 5, and gets down to about the 4-yard line after being taken down for a long, good gain and a first down as well. 2nd first down on the arm of Ornelas. So Ricky Fuentes is the one that was able to bring him down on that play. But we will talk about that. That was another first down passing. 2nd one of the game. 1st and goal is what we're looking at from the 5. And it is Lujan who's going to get the ball. Take it down to the right. Gets maybe a yard. Let's see, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. I don't see any change right now. Just a little bit, just got it inside, but still 2nd and goal from the 5. And it is on the 5-yard line.
2nd goal for the Panthers, ball on 5.
So leaning to the right-hand side is under center, and it'll be a fake to the left. Or Zayden Lujan tried to run to the left, but instead runs up the middle. Does get a couple, but only gets 2. Timeout is called by Jal. We've got 14 seconds to go before the half expires. And Jal wants to use a timeout to talk about it and try to see if they can get a score before the end of the first half. 14 seconds to go. We've got a 7-point lead for Jal. We'll be back in 30 seconds right here on the Jal Panther Network.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Right now, we are very proud with this offensive effort as they have moved the ball down the field, and they are down inside the red. In fact, actually, they are inside the 5. It is now 3rd and 3, 14 seconds to go, and they're trying to punch it in from there to gain the lead or get a bigger lead before the half. It'll be false start, unfortunately, and so that'll take them back 5 yards. Can't tell who moved first, but unfortunately, that was Gaton once again for the false start. Trying to get a little momentum, and I do understand that, but unfortunately it cost him 5 yards and takes him back to the 8. 3rd and 8, or 3rd and goal now. 14 seconds to go, though still no time went off the clock. As it is once again coming in for a call, it'll be Ellis Gonzalez, the junior. So 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Ornalis with Gaton next to him. Going to go ahead and throw to the right, and it's going to be just out of the hands of Navarrete, who was in position, could have caught that, would have been a touchdown if so. But instead, 4th and 8, and very little time went off the clock, just 3 seconds. And it looks like they may be going out there for a field goal. So with 11 seconds to go, 21-14 is the score, and it is going to be Vasquez, Abraham Vasquez, who's coming out here for the try from the 15-yard line. 25 yards is what it's going to be for the kick. Now he has missed a PAT. Let's see if we can get this 25-yarder before time expires. Kick is up, and it is through. No, he missed it. I thought he went through, but it did not. And there is a flag on the play, and if it's a defensive play, flag, it will mean another opportunity for this Jal Panther squad. And they'll also have to think about whether they're going to go for the field goal or they're going to go for a touchdown. Let's see what the call is. It's not going to be roughing the kicker, 5-yard penalty, and we'll bring it up 4th and 3. So it looks like they're going to go back out there and try for the touchdown. They've got 6 seconds to go. So why not? If you're going to go for a score, you might as well go for it. Missing 2, 1 PAT and 1 field goal. And here we go, a quick pitch back to Zayden Lujan. He is held up at the 4-yard line, and that is where he's going to be stopped as time expires. And unfortunately, that means that a big goose egg is going to be the result of that. 21-14, though, is the score. Jal is in the lead. 7 points. Could have been 14 or 13 or maybe even 15, but nevertheless, so can't think what it was. We have to think about what it is now. 7 points, and we'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network. Thank you very much, and stay tuned.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
It is halftime here in Jal at the Jal Stadium, and their last senior night, of course, their last game of the season at home. And so far it has been, except for that last drive that the Falcons were able to score on, I do believe that Coach Satterwhite is very happy with the squad as far as what he needed to do. He's been controlling the quarterback. He's been controlling the ball. And those are the two things that he needs to do if he wants to win. Now, it is a 7-point game, and it could go either way because, unfortunately, Lovington is going to be getting the ball in the this third quarter, second half of the game coming up here in just a moment. But right now, you got to be very happy about the fact that 6 first downs in the first quarter, 7 first downs in the second quarter. That means 13 first downs altogether plus 21 points. They could have had more, but they were inside the red zone. They tried for a field goal. It didn't work, as well as they got the extra try to run it in, but unfortunately Zane Lujan was stopped about the 3-yard line and could not get that in. So, wasted effort maybe, but still they were able to get the ball down the field from one side to the other and be able to get that close to be able to getting in. And I do believe that, hey, that's a victory right there for you, especially against the Loving Falcons team that has a record of 6-3. Of course, they also have a record of 2-1 on the road, and Jal would love them to go away with a 2-2 record by the end of this evening. Still to halftime, though, as we continue on, and it was Loving first who scored at 6:37, and I do believe that was a pass, 31 yards to Fuentes. The PAT, no good, and that was 6-0 to start off this game. Then 2:50 to go in the first quarter, and it was Jal strong coming back after their possession. They got their second possession, were able to score, and they scored off of Gaton, a 20-yard run. It was pretty much untouched once he got in the secondary, was able to get into the end zone. The PAT also did not go through for them. 6-6 was the tie, and that lasted until the end of the first quarter. Start of the second quarter saw a 3-and-out. Actually, before that, saw a 3-and-out from the Falcons. Then it was the Jal squad who was able to get back onto the offensive side, and Lujan, a 4-yard run, was able to get in for the Jal Panthers. 9:46 was on the clock, and a 2-point conversion as well from Lujan, the run. And that was 8 points on the board, 14-6. And Jal all of a sudden had the lead for the first time, 14 unanswered points at that point of the game. A little bit later on, it was 6:06 after another stop from the defense, and a couple of quick outs for Tristan. And the Jal Panthers were able to get back on the board once again with a 24-yard run from Lujan. PAT cinched it up to 24-6. But before the half was over with 4:18, was a Gonzalez pass from Tristan Onsurez, who was able to get a 27-yarder and a 2-point conversion as well to make it to 21-14 for the score that we see here now. And as you were watching on the monitor, that is the Jal squad, the cheerleading squad, out there cheering on as they have the lead at the half. But again, the Falcons are going to be getting the ball back at the start of the third quarter. So once again, Satterwhite's got to be very happy with the way Jal has been playing both sides of the ball. They've been running it a lot. They've had a couple of, actually I think they've only had one pass. No, they've had 2 first downs on passes. I do know that. So out of the 13, 2 of those are on passes. They have not had a single one that had to be from the penalties, so they got to be really happy about that as well. They've had a couple of penalties, but nothing that has caused any major problems with them so far. In fact, they did have one again near the end of the first half. Could have been the difference of 6 or 7 points, but unfortunately, Jal was unable to get it in from the 5-yard line. So, hoping that is not going to be the tell-tape of the game as far as how that's going to go in the second half. But again, Jal has controlled the ball. They've been able to control the quarterback. He has run a few times, gotten a few yards, but he has not been able to maintain a drive except for the first part of the game and then near the last part of the game. So we're going to see if the Panthers can continue to come out here in the third quarter, get their defense strong, be able to get the ball quickly back from the Falcons offense and be able to run it down like they have been. And, of course, that is going to tire out that defense from the Falcons and make a big difference. And so that'll be pretty much what we're going to see. Endurance, which team is going to be able to be out there and on the offense or defense and see who can do the most damage with the ball. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here. We're on the Jal Panther Network, and we want to thank all of our sponsors before we go. Lasco Construction, Panther Energy, Jal Public Schools, Iron Horse Sports Grill, along with El Concito Enchilada, one of our newest sponsors, Mamacitas, EP&S, and the Woolworth Community Library. We'll take a couple of minutes and be back strong. We've got plenty of time on the clock for the halftime. It is 6:39. We'll be back in about 3 minutes. Thanks for watching. We'll be back in a moment.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Welcome back to Family Night along with Senior Night. 11 seniors on the team. They're going to be graduating, of course, the end of the year, and this will be their last home game for the Panthers for this season. Of course, they're also hoping for some advancement. This is not hurting their situation with 3-5 and leading right now by 7 against the Loving Falcons, who looked strong early in the season, but have lost 2 of the 3 in the district, including one to Eunice, 56-6, 51-7 against Texaco. Both these teams are pretty strong, and Tularosa were able to beat them 46-0. Right now, it is Eunice ahead right now at the half, and their score is 28-0 over Tularosa. Tatum also on in the second quarter last time I saw, but they're losing to Melrose 32-6. Right now, though, once again, with Senior Night, we're going to be talking about the seniors once more time, as it is Zane Lujan who has been running pretty well. Last 2 games, he had 255 yards, and I'm not sure exactly how much he's had tonight, but he's been racking it up and being able to get some really huge gains of 15, 20 yards or even more. But Zane Lujan, one of the seniors for this squad, along with Zekas Ramas, David Navarrete, who had a couple of passes thrown to him. Unfortunately, one was a little too far out, and the other one just through his hands. It was in the end zone near the end of the first half, and that would have been 6 points easy for him. Others that are on the field for Senior Night, Daniel Ornelas, who last week looked like he had injured his shoulder, his throwing shoulder actually to be exact, and he came back today, and so far he is looking strong. He's been able to throw as well as being able to run for some really good gains. Daniel Gamaz also out there, wide receiver and a full safety or free safety, along with Hector Barrera. He is a senior, number 55. Got can't forget the kicker, Abraham Vasquez. He missed that kick for the field goal, but he was ran into, so they gave him 5 yards and tried again. Francisco Ramas, who is a OG and an offensive guard and a nose guard as well, senior, is out there playing today, along with Jonathan Lance, the senior. Also have David Gatton, who has had a couple of false starts, but still has been doing very well running, as well as getting some protection for Zane Lujan to be able to get those first downs. So that is also big and key, getting those blocks ahead of Zane Lujan, and that's also one of the reasons why he is open as much as he is. Steven Cervantes, who was out there as tight end, had a pass for a first down earlier in this game, of course, and he played very well as he was nudged out of bounds during that play. So we want to thank everybody on the field, including the seniors, because, you know, this is their last. Could be, as the coach said, some of these players will not be putting a football uniform on ever again after next week, or at least after the playoffs anyway, but definitely not here in Jal, unless we do get lucky enough to be able to get a playoff game here at Panther Stadium. It is getting close to kickoff time, where the Loving Falcons will be getting the ball to start the third quarter. And yes, we do want you to stick around as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network. Thanks for watching, whether you're on YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, or on Kicks on the Facebook page. Remember, you can also watch this anytime you want to, whether it's live or afterwards. You can always catch the action right here on No Mark Broadcasting. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage. Thanks for watching.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
For those that like Lee County and love to watch or listen to all the games or know what's going on around Lee County, well, we got a final for you from Deming. It is Lovington able to win on that one, and that was on a mercy rule inning. Looks like 46-12 is the final, with the 34-point victory against the Deming Demons. I believe that's what they are. So good for Lovington and the Wildcats to be able to get back on the winning side, as we are winning right now. Once again, Jal on top, 21-14. We still have a little bit of time left to warm ups, as both sides look like they are eager and ready to go. Usually what happens, even with the couple of minutes on the clock, Jal is already ready to get this kick going. And this time around, they're going to be going from, kicking off and going south, actually north. So they'll be going south to north, and Loving is going to go north to south. Always have to remind myself on which direction we're in, but definitely going to be an interesting one, as so far it has been a domination control, even though it's only a 7-point game. Jal, though, has been in control of this game so far. But again, second half, anything can happen, and with Loving having the ball first, just like they had last time, we don't want them scoring right away. It is Abraham Vasquez once again, back to kick. Getting lined up, getting the whistle. And here we go. Another one right there, going about 10 yards. And that is going to go down to about the 43-yard line, as it was for Loving. Quinas Anchurez, the senior, the wide receiver, the 5'5", as he gets it to the 42-yard line. I thought it was 43, but 42-yard line. And we've got a 1st and 10 already for the Falcons. That one's going to be handed off to Brody Allen, and it's going to be off to the left-hand side. He's going to make a few yards. In fact, actually, he's going to get close to the first down, looked like. And let's see where they mark it. They have not moved the ball. Actually, they're going to move it about 6 yards, maybe even 7. There we go with the sticks.
And number 1 rushes to the 48-yard line, 2nd down.
So 48-yard line, 2nd and 6. Rolling off to the left-hand side, actually is right, and he's going to throw the ball. He's going to get that one for about 25 yards, roughly, as that one gets into the hands as he goes out of bounds. And that'll be 2. Once again, Anchurez, who was in on the stop for the kickoff. And a 1st down for the Falcons.
20-plus yard gain for the Falcons.
So they are down at the from the 42 to the other side of the 29. 1st and 10. As the rush is on, and he goes ahead and gets around the side, is Anchurez, and will go out of bounds. A gain of about
Walker flushes him
8 yards. So once again, being elusive and getting 8 yards to boot. 2nd and 2, and there's close to the red zone once again on the 20-yard line. Yes, 20-yard line, going to the 18. One back to pass once again, looking to the left, and he's going to go ahead and tuck and go. Gets stopped, but he is not going to be stopped before he gets the first down, as that was Gaetan. No, that's not Gaetan. That is, I'm going to say that is Cervantes. Could have been Steven Cervantes who was able to wrap him up, but again, though, first down for the Falcons. Pencil. Back to pass once again is Tristan. He's going to find a receiver. A little low, though, went just in front of him and hit the ground before it got to him. Looks like it's going to be to his receiver, Ricky Fuentes. I just realized, I remember him from basketball. And they're, of course, all these athletes are good athletic-wise on both just football as well as other sports. He's going to run the ball this time, get nowhere, and be caught by Salinas, but instead I think there's going to be a face mask as he was brought down. That was after the play is over with. And Tristan is injured. Looks like he is hurting. He may have to come out if he is not able to get up.
Late hit. Defense number 60. Half the distance to the goal.
There's going to be a late hit on this one instead, and half the distance to go for Ramos Francisco, the senior. We are going to need an injured timeout. We're going to take one with it, as it is going to be inside the red zone for the Loving Falcons. And close to a first down. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
11:05 on the clock, and the Falcons are being able to matriculate the ball down the field quickly on this opening drive of the second half. And they're down to the 8-yard line. Actually, it's going to be first and goal, looks like, after all that. And I had a feeling it would be because it was half the distance to the goal. So first and goal from the 8. As it is Unsurez, who is alone in the back, clapping and going to go ahead and hand that off to a hold on that one, as it was Brody Allen who got the handoff. Wrapped up, but not before the flag flew, and it looks like that is in the area of a hold once again for the offense. So this could be going back. It is a hold against the offense. 10 back for their effort. It'll be first and goal from about the 18. So looking at the where the flag happened, they're going to walk it off. It's going to go all the way back to the 18-yard line. So it'll be first and goal from the 18. So a long way back for Honduras and the Falcons. He's going to go ahead and looks to his right. He's going to throw to his right, and his receiver is open and dropped the ball. Man, that would have been a nice touchdown if he was able to get it, but instead it is Keenan Honduras, the senior, who could not grab that when it was right in his hands. He was unable to get it, and that was defended. Looks like that was by Ian Faulkner. He was off a little bit as far as defense, but it is an incomplete pass nevertheless. 10-54, and the offense back on. Second and goal from the 18. Back once again, this time looking to the left. He's going to look to his right now. He's going to get a second defender. And through his hands, once again, just a couple of drop passes that made a difference in this game, and that definitely is no difference for Brody Allen, who had it down to about the 10-yard line, may have run it in, who knows, but nevertheless, though, couldn't get his hands to catch the ball. Third down, as you saw. 3rd and 18 now. It's going to be a little frustrating for the quarterback to be able to go back, get these passes into his receiver's hands, and they end up on the turf. 3rd down, 18. Very little time is off the clock so far because of those incompletions. And 2 to the right, 2 to the left for the receivers. And going to go ahead and try again for another pass. This time he's going to go ahead and run it. He's got an open lane. He's got some, he stopped, threw it, and threw his arms or hands once again as another pass. Just as it goes through, and it went through his hands. Let's see, that looked like it was a big number. It may have been, all right. So 4th down, as it was Logan Thompson, I believe, the sophomore, who was unable to corral that one. It looks like they may go for it on 4th down. Why not? 4th and goal from the 18. And let's see if, once again, inside the red zone, can Jal stop this team. Just like they did against Tularosa. Going to heave it up against it. Blocked this time as it goes deflected. And that is going to be no catch. So turnover on downs, as that was Elias Gonzalez with a huge defensive play. Got there in time, was able to block the pass from getting in there. May have been short anyway, but definitely was a good play that kept them out of their own end zone. And now with the turnover of downs, 1st and goal for the Jal Panthers on their 18. So stop that play, and so kind of leveled the field as far as they weren't able to get the score at the end of the first half. And now the 3rd quarter, able to stop that from going in. That could have been a 14-point swing. Ornalis going over to Zane Lujan. He's going to run it off to the right, get about 5 yards off that run. And he has been getting some great runs, both on his own and with some defenders helping him out, like with Ornalis or with Gaetan, who was able to block ahead of him. That time he was able to get about 4 to 5 alone on that run. Oh, Lord. 2nd and 6. Got positions there, 2 to the left, or 2 to the right, and 1 to the left. It's going to be a keeper on Ornalis as he is slung around and down at the original line of scrimmage. So goes back 4 yards. It's almost, basically it's 3rd and 9. So back to the 19-yard line now. And that's the Panthers, and Ian Faulkner once again running in for the play. Like to get into the 1st down and definitely get away from the end zone of their own and get some yards and try to get another score for this game. 9:40 to go with clock ticking. Tight formation as it's going to be a pitch to the back, and unfortunately caught in the backfield was Zayden Lujan this time. That is by Alan Brody, the running back for the Falcons, and didn't go anywhere except for backwards. Going to be a 4th and long with them deep in their own territory, and you know they're going to kick the ball as it's almost 4th and 15. So could not move, not great field position anyway, but needed to move the ball, and instead will be kicking it off, or kicking it back with a punt. 1 man short, getting him back on the field, and had to run all the way from right to left, and that was going to be Gonzalez. So kick from Ornalis, high and short. And unless this thing bounces right, nope, it did not. So it didn't even go 10 yards, maybe 15. And it will be great position for the Falcons this time as they get to the 28-yard line maybe even the 27 on that kick. 1st and 10 for the Falcons, and they have a short field to work with. It'll be the 28. So 28 yards to the promised land, or taking it to the house. So far, though, Jal has been able to control the ball, but good field position as Tristan goes back, goes to the left, and is able to get to his receiver this time. Gets it for 10, 15 yards, and is still on his feet, goes down to the inside the 10-yard line. And that will be enough for the first down, of course. Didn't see who got that one, but first down, once again, for Loving. Going to go ahead and keep that. And it's going to be down to the 5 as he is able to get a couple of yards. So 2nd and goal, once again, another situation where they're on the goal line. From the 6-yard line. A pass, and again, a missed opportunity for this Falcons team. That's been at least 3, if not maybe 4. This time around, it gets off the hands of the unfortunate receiver. That is going to be Ryder Gonzalez. I think he was the one that was there earlier. They got that big gain, and this time around just could not get the ball, even though it hit his hands. 3rd and goal from the 6. So it was at the 6. 6 yards is all they need. Tristan Onchurez trying to draw the offsides, did not get it. Rolls to his right, it's going to get his receiver. Had an opportunity to get it, had it near his hands, and it was dropped once again. That looked like it was in the hands and out. Let's see the number. St. Lujan, unfortunately, may be injured in the end zone. So that was Gonzalez again with the opportunity for a touchdown. Did not get it, as it could be a cramp, so it may not be anything, but he will be out of play. Meanwhile, 4th down, 4th and goal once again. This is the 2nd time we saw this against Tularosa. I'm not saying these two teams are comparable, but it is good to see any team that Jal can stop at the goal line. And if they got one more opportunity this time to do so. So it is 4th down and 6. Never anything coming out off the field. Let's see if we can get one more stop, whether it be off defense or just a drop pass. As it is spread left, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Goes to the left, looking, already a penalty. And that should be a hold. If they neglect it or negate it, it could be first down for the Jal Panthers. But a hold call.
Holding. Offense number 79. Penalties decline.
The result of a first down after the pass was thrown out of bounds and off out of the back of the end zone. So 2nd time the Falcons were in the red zone with a goal line stance, and they could not get it in. So bad field position first time. This time around at the 5. And Jal's going to try to see what they can do with this field position with 7:56 to go in the 3rd quarter. Still young in the 3rd quarter. Want to see what they can do. Up by 7, hands it off. Goes backwards a little bit to Zane Lujan. In fact, could be a penalty. Could be a safety because he did go back all the way. Yes, it is. Unfortunately, that is to me a safety. And that'll be 2 points as well, as the ball getting back to the Loving Falcons. So a safety makes it a 5-point game. Didn't see who got the safety other than Lujan, but it is 7:46. And that would mean 21-16 is the score right now. I would take a break, but I'm not sure how long this. They'll probably go real fast. And that was a 5-yard loss, by the way. So loss of the ball, gets it back to the Falcons, who have had 3 opportunities now, or will have 3 opportunities to get the ball. Let's go ahead and take a break. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here.
For over 20.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
All right, we are back, and again, Jal just had the, unfortunately, of providing a safety with a Lujan run that went back 5 yards and into the end zone. And now they have a free kick around the 20-yard line. So Loving with another opportunity. Good field position is probably where they're going to get with a 20-yard kick. And that one is going to be at the 35, so not too bad of a kick. And let's see what happens as it is returned. He's going to cut it back the other way. He's still running. Gets another 5, 10. Still on his feet. He's at the 40. He's got one man to beat, Ornalis, and he gets around him. And if there's no penalties on this play, it is going to be there is. Around the 46-yard line. So that looked pretty good for a run, but it will come back for either the block in the back or the hold or whatever it is going to be. We're going to find out here in just a moment.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Receiving.
So it is a legal block in the back from the 46-yard line, so it'll put them back into their own territory. And that saved that touchdown run. Again, looked like it was going to be good from that kick. It was Onate who, sorry, not Onate. It was Ornalis who tried to get the runner, but could not get him tackled. And instead, with the penalty, we'll go back to the 44 of their own territory. 1st and 10. So 56 yards is all they have to go. But Jal is going to be in the way, trying to slow him down and stop him. 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Going to go back to pass. Is all the time in the world, and just standing there, finally gets an open receiver. It looks like that'll be a 12-yard pass. As even the quarterback thought it was kind of strange, but it was Joshua Diaz, the freshman, to get that first down. 1st and 10 this time from the 45 of Jal. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Now in motion. Quarterback goes back, looking to his left-hand side, and he's going to start running now as he heaves it into the end zone. It looks like he's going to find a man. This time he's going to find him open, and he's going to get the reception from 45 yards. That pass is going to be to his receiver, Joshua Diaz, for a touchdown. 45 yards once again for the pass. And just like that, it is 2 possessions that get him back to the lead. They haven't had the lead since the first quarter. 6:57. As I write that backwards. Still plenty of time, though. Actually, no, it's going to be short. Looks like 1st and goal. So it wasn't a score. 1st and goal, though. So a 3rd time that Falcons are inside the goal line. No, actually there was a touchdown. Take that back, because I thought the way they were lining up, that is for the extra point. So it is 6:57. Pass, 45 yards. And now the 2-point conversion, possibly. Yes. So 1-point lead right now. As it is a quarterback keeper, he does try to will it in. And there's no signal yet from the referees. It looked like he tried to get it in off that last second push. His knee may have gone down, though, and he did. 2-point conversion on the run fails. It will be 22-21. 1 point lead for this Falcons team. We'll be back in 30 seconds so we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
All right, it has been 8 unanswered points for Loving as they scored in the third quarter. First off a safety and then off of a 45-yard reception that gave them those 8 points. They weren't able to get the 2-point conversion after this touchdown, so it is a 1-point lead for the Falcons as they are going to kick it off to Jal. As we still have plenty of time, it is 6:41 to go in the third quarter. A couple of bad possessions, though, have given the advantage so far to the Falcons. But still, if Jal continues to play the way they have been, they could get the ball back and get the lead back as well, as that is a fair catch. Going to be at the 32. So 1st and 10 for the Jal Panthers. And you got to say this. You cannot let the wind out of your sails with that bad play or two. You got to go back and play how you have been. That got you the lead in the first place and kept the lead for the first half. And I think that's what Jal is going to do, as Ornelas is going out there last, talking to the coaching staff. So a lead change. Just the second one of the game. 1st and 10 this time from the 33 for Jal with Ornelas. Surrounded. This time he hands it off. No, he's going to keep it this time. He did fake the handoff and did not get far. Maybe forward progress. No, actually it's going to go back a yard. 2nd and 11. So could not get any forward progress on that one, as it is going to be running in once again. Gonzalez for the Jal Panthers. 2nd and 11. Ornelas underneath. Could be a handoff. Yep. Pitch back to Zane Lujan. Tried to get this blocker. Lost him. And instead gets forced back. Looks like that was actually Tristan who was able to get back into. Actually, no, it's more like Joshua Diaz who was able to get that last pass. And stopped him at the line. 3rd and 10. And Jal anxious to see what they can do with this 3rd and 10 as they want to get a first down and more. Get back into this game on family night. 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. And he goes back to pass is Ornelas. He's going to get double teamed and he's going to throw the ball and it's going to go incomplete. I'm not sure exactly who that was going for. May have been Gaton. Either way, though, 3 and out, 4th down, and it's going to be too far in to go for a 4th and long. And they do not want to give good field position once again to these Falcons team. But right now, third quarter has been dominated by the Falcons. 20-yard line is Ornelas as he's about to kick the ball. Punt it back to the Falcons. Who kicks it. This time a good kick. It's going to be far. It's going to go to the 35. Get picked up and starting running back to the 40, to 45 and the 50. And then slows down and stops. Gets knocked out of bounds at about the 46-yard line of Jal. So 47-yard line and 1st and 10 for the Falcons. It is now 5:08 in the third quarter. We have one substitution coming in, a little late, actually more. 83 is coming in for Jal. That would be, I believe that's Axel Aguar as the play goes to the left. Be stopped. Now flag is on the play, and that's after. So it'll be unnecessary roughness. On which side, I don't know. We're going to get the call. And that is against Brody Allen, the junior, 15-yard play for unnecessary roughness. That'll take it back 15 yards, so it'll walk it back. It'll be 2nd down and 25. So a huge play against the Falcons, and now they're back in their own territory. At the 38. Going back to pass once again is on Shurez. Has plenty of time once again. Goes ahead and delivers that midfield. And that is going to be for a gain of about 17. As that one once again was caught by, looks like that was Joshua Diaz. So 3rd down and an easier catch for about 8. 3rd and 8. Once again, throwing. Has plenty of time. He's going to go ahead and ratchet, but is blocked. And intercepted! Oh, maybe not. Let's see. Let's find out. It was close to it. Salinas had the ball, but when he landed on the ground, it popped out. I thought he had it for a moment, and I'm sure he did too. But instead, 4th down. So, almost would have been a real big change in tide and emotions, as well as a huge advantage for Jal. But instead, drop ball, 4th down, 4th and 8. Sorry about that. Once again, another snap. Alone, going to go drop back pass up the middle, and as he's hit, tries to catch the ball, is knocked out of his hands. And that is going to be Braven Vasquez, who was also still on the turf after he got hit, trying to catch that ball. A little bit of unprotected player and maybe injured, but turnover on downs nevertheless as we go into a new chance for the Jal Panthers. Have a injury timeout. We'll take one as well. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network. Thanks for watching.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
All right, so he's able to get up, and after a moment of laying on the floor or on the ground, he is going to be able to get up. Braven Vasquez, the senior. He is 5'10", and it will be, because of that, incompletion, a turnover on downs, and a 1st down forward to the Jal Panthers, who are running up to the line to get ready for their next opportunity to get a score. They've got 56 yards to go to get to the house. 1st and 10, last 7-minute substitution as the pitch to the left, quarterback option, and still on his feet and brought down around the 49, maybe the 48-yard line. So a nice little run for Gaetan for about 7 yards. Maybe I'll make that 8. 2nd and 2. And that's what Jal wanted to see, is a good 1st down play. Got 8 yards, and so 2nd and 2 makes it short. Gaetan able to get those yards. It's like 2 to the right, 2 to the left, and it is Ornelas with Gaetan once again. Going to get another handoff, is taken down, but not before he gets the 1st down and a little bit more. about 5 yards as he's taken down to the 44-yard line. So it's the 44-yard line of the of the Falcons. And the first down for Jal in this third quarter. So something they've been sorely lacking in the third quarter is a first down. They haven't been able to get too much good field position, but right now, still working. 1st and 10 from the 48. Ornelas is going to keep that one as he gets it to 5 yards. Still going, 10, and he's still rumbling as he gets past the yard marker for another first down, about 11 yards. One of the men in the play that got him down for the Falcons, of course, we've been talking about him for a while. That is Jace Munoz. He was in on the play. 1st and 10, though, once again for the Jal Panthers as they get down to the 32 of the Falcons. And they need this answer back, or they want this answer back quickly, with 2:47 to go and counting in the third quarter. Still another fourth quarter to go. Ornelas back, going to go ahead and run to the left. Option to Gaton, didn't get much further as he is stopped behind the line. And the first one to get him that was right there as soon as he got the pitch was Evan Levy, the sophomore. So Evan Levy got him back for a 2-yard loss, 2nd and 12. So the quarterback option on that one did not work. The defense was ready for the run. And now we've got 3 to the right and 1 to the left. Not a lot of passing going on from the Jal Panthers, but they've been able to move the ball down the field when they need to on the run. Going to go ahead and pass this time, get it up the middle, and had a good chance. Zane Lujan, though, actually, no, that was Zane Lujan, in and out of his hands, as he would have had a good shot for a first down, but instead just could not handle the pass. And it is now 3rd down and 12. So both sides having some troubles with the ball. It's around 61 degrees outside, not too cold out, or shouldn't be anyway. But some nice football weather. 3rd and 12. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Go ahead and roll it with a quarterback option. He's going to go ahead and opt it now as he pitches it to Gaton and gets a good run, but not enough for a first down. Will be short by about 3 yards. So it's down to the 25, 4th and short for the Panthers. 4th and short, and they're ready to go. See if they're going to draw the defense off sides, or maybe they're just going to go for it. It is Ornelas alone with 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Man in motion, and a bad snap, gets the ball and may still have the first down. It's a little short, maybe short, depending on where they put the marker, as it is Ornelas who's able to pick it up off the turf and go forward. But let's see where the marker is going to be. Nope, it is short. So needed about 3 yards, maybe got 2, and instead turnover of downs, and it's going to go back the other way for Loving as it's down to the 22, just on this side of the 22, between the 22 and the 23. So close, but no. So turnover downs gives a 1st and 10 at the 22 for the Falcons. And this would be a perfect time to get an interception. No, instead, pass, short pass. And it's getting the hands of Evan Levy, who got a first down off that pass after all. Looked like it was about a 5-yard pass, but he was able to get another 5 yards. And a little bit more. Got it down to the 33-yard line, so 11-yard pass. The first down as it is handed off once again to Brody. He's able to move it to the left, right, up the middle. Found a few blocks and able to get about 14 yards off that run. And another first down. So Brody Allen able to get a huge opening and a first down to boot off his legs. Coming in for Jal, it's going to be Jayton Butts, the freshman. As coming out is going to be, I didn't see who it was, but a pass to the left, open, and he is still running from the 30-yard line. Going down, and looks like he may have scored from the 47, and does. So a 47, 53-yarder. And let's see who got that one. Well, 53-yarder from a pass from, oh, doesn't matter. There's too many men on the field, so it doesn't count. It's not going to stop the score from happening, and Jal with the too many men on the field, score goes 53 yards from, let's see, that would have been Tristan Onchurez, and it looked like it may have been to Joshua Diaz. So 6 more on the board for the Falcons. And this quarter has definitely changed the dynamics of it all. Looking back to pass as he's trying for the 2-pointer, and instead takes it on his own, up and in for the 2. So 2-point conversion on the run. It'll be 30-21. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here. It is 52 seconds left before the end of the third quarter. We'll be back with the kickoff right here on Jal Panther Network.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
All right, we are back. Looks like the offense or the kicking team is ready to go. So, a switch, or like I said, you know, this game can be maddening at times. When we got to the half, it was 21-14 and 7-point lead. And now it's a 30-21 lead, 9 points for this squad. So you can definitely say that the first half should have ended with a score for the Panthers, but instead did not happen as that kick goes to the 30-yard line for the Jal Panthers, and that's where they're going to start their drive for this next one, maybe the 31. So it's a question of, you know, coulda, woulda, shoulda, but instead got to work with what you got. Once again, 30-21, Panthers down by 9. They still have the ball, and they have a whole quarter to go before this game is over. Like I said, they looked strong in the first half. They just have not been able to get good field position. They did get a good drive just moments ago, but they weren't able to get that first down. Missed it by about a yard. And the Falcons were able to come back strong and quickly score. First and 10, first down, and it's 2 to the left, 2 to the right. 1 behind Catan, and it's going to be a pass to, looked like that was Steven Cervantes. Just could not quite get it in there. Look about 6-yard pass and falls to the turf. Second down. So they're trying to get their passing game going, just unable to get it into the hands of their receivers as number 10 comes in for the Panthers. Where's that once again is going to be Elias Gonzalez. So 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Looks like they may try to pass again. They're trying to shift it up a bit, knowing that Leving knows that they can run a lot. So that'll be Catan right there, stopped at the line, could not get past, and will be dropped for no gain. Third down and 10. it's kind of hard to fake a run if you're not passing very well. But that's unfortunately 101. So everything that was working for them in the first half is not quite working for them in the second half, but they still have plenty of time as it is now 9 seconds to go. They're going to go. They're going to go ahead and wait for the fourth quarter. So we're going to go ahead and take a break as it is fourth quarter, and Jal is down by 9. We're going to get the ball at the 29 or 31-yard line. Actually, it'll be 31-yard line when we come back. Fourth quarter action right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Well, one of the factors that are coming in, the telling factors that is, first quarter they had 6 first downs for Jal. Second quarter they had 7. Third quarter they were able to only get 2 first downs. Both of those were by running. So the fourth quarter, and it comes up, we were down by 9, but Jal has the ball, and there's still plenty of opportunity and plenty of time to be able to get back into this. Try to open up their passing game, but so far has not worked out for them. And they have had 2 first downs from passing, but that's been a little while ago, and some of the passes on both sides have been dropped, which is fortunate for Jal because it could have been a couple of great touchdowns. It could have been a huge opportunity for the Falcons, but unable to get those passes to be completed. 3rd and 10, though. And we're starting the fourth quarter with the Jal Panthers 2 to the right, 2 to the left. See what they do on this one. Gonna go ahead and drop back. He's going to pass it to the right to a waiting receiver. And that'll be a PI on that one as it hit about the 38-yard line and just could not get it. Defender was on him and did not allow him the opportunity to be able to get that pass. Of course, that was pass to Navarrete, his 3rd one that he's been able to try to get. The first time he's got a PI on that one. And that'll be a 15-yard penalty, and that'll be the first down on penalty for Jal. So that should take it up to, well, there's some confusion on the line, so let's see where it's at. As they're about to walk it off. And they're saying it's going to be at the 46-yard line of Jal. And yep, now they're getting the chain gang is there. We're at a first down now. Change that to from 3 to 1. And 1st and 10 as Ornelas is under center. Goes back pass, and he's going to pass it to Ramos, who is open this time and gets a nice 35, or actually 25-yard pass from to the 30-yard line, actually the 31-yard line. So that'll be the 3rd off of a pass for a 3rd first down for Jal. And now they are at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 30. Tight formation. Looks like it could be a run, and it will be as a toss back to Zane Lujan. Going to get a block from his blocker and get about 8 yards off that run. And it gets it down to the 21 roughly. Make it 8, 2nd and 2. So he's at the 22-yard line, just inside the red zone, or just outside the red zone, I should say. 2nd and 2, and there's still some life left in this Panthers offense. Ornelas under center, going to go ahead and hand it off to Gaetan. This time around, he's going to get a nice little Zook. He's going to move to his left, and he's going to get the first down. Juke, there you go. Got the juke going on the left-hand side. Got 6 yards off that nice little run, and now it's going to be down to the, I don't think it was 6, but anyway, Got it down to the, maybe it was, and that was down to the 15, 16-yard line. 1st and 10. St. Lujan to the right-hand side. Going to run it. And Lujan gets it down to another 5 yards, so it'll be 2nd down and 5. So I could have just kept it that way. 2nd and 5. And this time they are in the red zone as they are down to the 11-yard line. So one of the things John needed to do was get back, control the clock as well, get the quarterback from the Falcons off the field, at least offensively. And it'll be Ornelas who's going to keep it. Looks like he's going to throw. And just a bit outside for Cervantes. He might have been able to get that one, but instead it does go out of bounds. 3rd and 5 for that one. 10:44 off the incomplete pass. And 3rd and 5. Nice little try. Almost got it to his receiver. Just was a bit outside, and I think he might have been out of bounds if he would have caught it. But the one nice thing about it is 2 first downs in the 3rd quarter, but 3 already in this 4th quarter. Pitch back. It's going to go to Zayden Lujan. He's going to go with Ornelas, who's going to go around, and nicely done as he gets through the defense for the 6-yard run. Actually, no, that'll be 11-yard run. So Zayden Lujan, 11-yard run. And it'll be with 10:40 to go in the 4th quarter. So definitely wanted an answer. That was a great answer after 4 unanswered scores from the Falcons. 2-point conversion looks like is what we're going to see. And yes, indeed, as Ornelas gets under the center. And it could be a run. And it will be to Zayden Lujan. Looks like once again tries to go around the outside. Gets double teamed and will not get to the end zone. So unable to get the 2-point conversion, but did get the 6. And that will bring it down 27-30. And that means 3-point difference for this game. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here. Thanks for watching as we continue coverage on the Jal Panther Network.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
All right, it is Abraham Vasquez who is going to be kicking this one off once again for the Jal Panthers. Down by 3, but with plenty of time to go, 10:34 left in this game. And here is the kick from Vasquez. It'll be a short one, and it won't go 10 yards, so that'll be a flag. So tried for an onside kick, did not get it beyond 10 yards. In fact, that one spun back and may have gotten 5 at the most before it started spinning backwards. Nice try, but it didn't work. So actually it looks like it'll be great field position for. So 1st and 10 inside Jal Panther territory, and they're going to be going from the 43. First and 10 as it is a fake handoff. Instead will be wrapped up by Salinas, and he is going to be for a loss. So nicely done. Once again by Isaac Salinas. So ended up being just a 1-yard loss, but nevertheless a loss of 1. 2nd and 11. Insurance there. Looks like he's going to be accompanied by Brody Allen. He's going to go back to pass to his right, looking as he has plenty of time once again. This time he does hit his receiver, and that looked like it was Brody Allen. As he is down on the ground as well. After the pass, did get the first down, looks like, but will be injured. And yeah, that is number 7, who is in pain right now. So that's Casinas Anchures, the senior. Timeout on the floor, on the court. Timeout on the field. Now we got no timeout. He is off the field as I'm trying to figure out what it is. And it is a first down, though, from the pass. And clock will continue. 9:48 as time gets back on. 1st and 10 for Falcons as it is handed off to Brody Allen. Goes off for about a 6-yard gain before he goes out of bounds. Can see who got that was on the far side of the field. So, yep, 6 yards. One of the players over there that could have gotten him for Jal could have been Ian Faulkner. Second and 5. Incomplete pass on that one. And let's see. So 3rd down and 5. I thought there was a flag for a moment, but no, there is not. 9:30 with the clock stopped for the incomplete pass. 3rd down. One packed pass once again is on Insurance. This time a short pass. Does get it into the hands of, that was the man who was just injured a moment ago, but is back on his feet again. Yes, indeed, he is back. So first down for that pass to Insurance from Insurance. We're down inside the 20. A run up the side. Continues on his feet. Finally knocked down after about a 4-yard gain. And that is Insurance once again this time. Or Brody. Although that 7 and 1 looks similar. Yep, it is Brody this time. Brody Allen. As it is 2nd and 5. Quickly up. Trying to get the defense off his feet. Does get the quarterback keeper. And Ornalis is in on that tackle as well as a few others. But now before the first down, unfortunately, does get redshirted. About 7 yards is what that run was for the quarterback. 1st and 10. They're on the far side of the field, and it's around the 8-yard line, the 9-yard line. So a handoff to Brody Allen as he runs around the side and in untouched. And that is going to be from the 9, so a 9-yard run for Brody Allen. And a quick answer. Yes, that is a nice run for Brody. We have 8:36 to go in this game. And the Falcons called a timeout as they decide on whether they're going to go for 1 or 2. Right now it'll be 36-27. So it could be a 10-point lead or 11, depending on what they go for. Right now it is a 9-point lead, and they're in timeout again. Let's go ahead and take a timeout. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage. Roy here.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jowl, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
All right. Well, we are getting back into it, getting funky. But unfortunately, it is getting close to. That was a score from the Falcons, 36-27. They decided on what they're going to go for, whether it be 1 or 2. And looks like they're lining up for a 2-point conversion. Yes, indeed. As Tristan Onshures goes back to pass, we'll get it to an open receiver. And that is going to be in for the 2 points. There it is. As that is going to be 2 more and will extend the lead to 38. 38-27. But Jowl will be getting the ball back soon. We'll be taking a moment for break. Come back for the kickoff right here on the Jowl Panther Network.
The staff of the Jowl Public School District is proud of their Jowl Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jowl schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jowl Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jowl Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
So the 2-point conversion was good from Tristan Onshures to Ricky Fuentes, giving them the score of 38-27. Now, Jowl has improved in the 4th quarter, but has not been able to slow down or stop this team yet. And now they're down by 11. But they do have plenty of time, 8:36, and if they can make the most of it, they could be able to get back into this game. But right now, kickoff, and it will go for a fair catch. That was in the hand of, well, let's see, it could have been Ian Faulkner. I think Faulkner is the one that got that one because I don't have a 6. And we have got a first down at the 38. Actually, no, that'll be back to the 34-yard line of Jowl.
And the Panthers have the ball at the
Got a final for you. Santa Rosa has lost their first game against Raton. That was 15 for Raton and 14 for Santa Rosa. So 1st and 10 for Jowl. Going back to pass as he is pressured, gets out of the pocket, does throw it. A risky throw there as he throws to Gaton. But he was out of the pocket and he did throw to a receiver. Just wasn't able to get it to him in time, so it'll be 2nd down. Saved the sack, though. He had about 2 Falcons all over him. But again, was able to get it out. Just could not get it to his receiver. Learning the ropes. All right. 2nd down. Be a passing situation once again. This time he's going to get it to, actually that is Cervantes who got the ball. Cervantes is able to get a short gain off that nice little pass. And it is going to be of about 4 yards. So Steven Cervantes, the senior, didn't quite get what he wanted to, but he did get some positive yardage. So 3rd and 6. So 2 to the right, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Ornelas, as he goes back to pass, he's going to heave it. And he's going to get a wide open man, Zane Lujan, at around the 35-yard line, but could not get it to him. And that is going to possibly end the drive, as it is 4th down now. 4th and 6. But it is an 11-point game, and I think they're going to go ahead and punt it, though. Looks like they're going to get the punter out. So, unfortunately, couldn't get the first down. And with 7:44 to go. They have been very competitive so far in this game. Going to go ahead and kick that one will be Ornalis. Get the snap and kick it. This one is a good one. It's going to go back to the 25-yard line. And he's going to go left, right, and he's going to zigzag up for about 10 yards. And that'll be taken care of. That'll be taken care of by Daniel Gamez. Oh, that's right. For the tackle. Joshua Diaz was able to get that 10 yards for the Falcons. 1st and 10 for the Falcons at the 41-yard line. Handoff to Brody Allen as he gets possibly 10 yards, depending on where they mark. It looks like he ran out of bounds. Nope, he was short. 9, though, not too short. Just didn't get quite there. For the first run. 2nd and 1. Second and 1 with 3 on the left and 1 on the right for the receivers. Man in motion goes to the right now as it will be a run. And still got about 2 or 3 yards for Brody and a first down. Francisco Ramos, and it was also on the tackle, Jaden Walker, the freshman. So just on the wrong side of the field, territory are they now at the 49-yard line of Jal. 1st and 10. This is another handoff right there. This time will be slowed down. First one to get to him on the play. Couldn't quite get it, but it was Cervantes. As Steven was able to slow him down. Did get a yard out of the play, though. 2nd and 9. Actually, no, it was back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
I'd like to remind students about 5th quarter. It's tonight at Church of Christ. Our 5th quarter is sponsored by Church of Christ and Calvary Baptist.
So 2nd and 10, and a quarterback keeper as he goes to the right. Tries to get around anybody and could not. Did get maybe a yard as he hits the line and does get taken down. Ornalis in on the play as well as a few others for the Jal Panthers. And this was happening in the 2nd quarter. I'd like to see it again. A yard gained as it is now 3rd and 9. So looking for a stop as we have, though, 6 minutes to go in this game. Back to pass, and he's looking to see. He is being pressured by 2 as he throws the ball deep. And it is intercepted. And who intercepted that one? But looks like that was 16 for Jal. And that is going to be, of course, Zaid Lindman. So was able to get that one. He threw the ball, should have known better. He was trying to just get anything to work, and he's now kind of kicking himself about that one. But nevertheless, so interception for Zaid Lindman, the freshman. So back the other way now will be Jal, needing to get the ball back, wanting to get the ball back, and having only 5:55 to go in the game. But they are deep in their own territory as the first down. And Zayd Lujan does make something out of nothing as he has to fight for it. Does get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets 2 or 3 yards, 2 yards to be exact. 2nd down, and let's get that down to 7. 7, 8. 2nd and 8. So plenty of field to go, but still with the ball and with 5:27 and ticking, just about the 18-yard line, maybe the 19 now. As it is thrown back and dropped. And unfortunately, out of the hands of the Panthers and into the hands of the Falcons, as that was a toss back to Zayden Lujan. Wasn't prepared for it and gives the ball back. A nice little gift as they re-gifted that one to the Falcons once again. And unfortunately, just could not do anything with it. So now they're not only in the red zone, but have plenty of time to go to put the nail in this coffin. As the ball is now on the 16-yard line. So back-to-back turnovers. 1st and 10. As the Falcons get on the field again. Going to go ahead and have a quarterback keeper, one to beat Salinas, and instead he gets around it and will run it in for the touchdown. 16 yards for Tristan Onsuritz. Made that one look pretty simple. And then we have 5:09 in the game. There's a now 44-27. So a bit out of hand right now. Let's see. Intercepted and run back for the 2-point conversion. Interception, no good. And we're going to go to 44-27. So let's take a break. Be back in a moment. 44 is the score now. 44-27. We'll be back in just a minute, or actually less than a minute, right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
All right, we are back, and it is a game that Jal still has a chance. 44-55 remaining in the game, but unfortunately they're down by 17. So they've got 3 scores to make up in under 6 minutes. Impossible for many teams. They had a nice lead of 21-14 at the end of the half. Again, you got to go back to the end of the first half and that score that they missed, the missed opportunity. As this one's going to be kicked and will be taken about the 30-yard line. Going to try to get forward momentum. Looks like they get about 3 or 4 yards. As it was Jose Venezuela, first time that I've seen him at least, looks like, get his hands on the ball. And that was for a kick return. 1st and 10, and you got to wonder, you know, what ifs, and also let's see, it's 60 degrees outside, and looks like it is, feels like 58, so not too bad weather-wise. But 1st and 10 for Jal at the 34-yard line. They would like to see a quick score. They have had 3 first downs so far in this quarter. Try to pass after a fake handoff to Gaton, looked like, and could not get the pass completed. 2nd down. Tried to do a little bit of a screen on that one after a handoff delay. Didn't go anywhere. 2nd down. Got, I believe that's Faulkner, who just came off the field. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. As has been trying to pass in the second half. And rush as he gets it off. Nicely done, and a incompletion as both of them run into each other. Looks like that is going to be Ricky Fuentes who was in on that for the stop. And that was, of course, against Navarrete. So around the 30-yard line for that pass, and it would have been about 30 yards. So could not get it to him, though. So that'll be 3rd down. So good defense on that one from Ricky. Another opportunity to stop the clock, though, with 4:40 in the game. Got 2 to the left and 2 to the right. Going to go back to pass as it is a little time. Going to go ahead and roll to the right. Pass it to his left a little bit and gets defended. Almost had it in his hands. And I do believe that would be, Navarrete once again on that play. Could not get it to get into his hands. 4th down. Would have been a first down for certain as it was around the 36-yard line of the Falcons. 4th down, they're going to go ahead and go for it. It's time is precious at this punt, and they need the points. Going back to pass as they got 2 to the right, 2 to the left. It's going to pass up the middle, and it will be an interception after going out of the one hands into the Ricky Fuentes hands. And he's going to run it back. He's out to the 30, to the 20, 15, 10, and he goes out of bounds around the 10-yard line. Was originally in the hands of Bobby Perez, the senior, before Ricky was able to get it behind him. And Fuentes took off from around the 40-yard line to about the 10. And that is no bueno for your Panthers. Yeah, it looks like it'll be first and goal from the 10. And it is.
First and goal for the Falcons, ball at the 10-yard line.
First and goal from the 10. We've got 4:14 to go and don't need a score, but they can. 44-27 as they are 2 to the left. Goes ahead and hands it off, and Alan Brody just goes and walks it in, basically. Had one to beat, was Gaton. Got around him and ran that 10 yards for the touchdown. So the close game is now becoming a lopsided affair for the Falcons. That's their 3rd score in a row as well. We've got 4:08 remaining. And a 2-point conversion looks like is what they're going to do again. Going back to pass. Onsuris looks to his left. He's going to pass it up the middle and once again get a receiver to catch it. And looks like that is going to be in the sure hands once again from Onsuris for the 2-pointer to Onsuris. And this is going to be for Kinas. Or Kinias. So they have scored 52 on the Panthers. 4:07 remaining. We're going to take a break. 52-27. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Going to be almost 10 o'clock as that one is pooched. And into the hands of the Panther. He ran it to about the 45-yard line before being knocked out of bounds. That is Valenzuela once again with that kick return. And we've got 4:03 remaining in the game. And a huge hole to get out of.
Ball at the 44-yard line for a Jal Panther first down.
So points in the second half for Loving, and it's only been 6. That will make the difference in this game. But Jal has an opportunity once again, 1st and 10. Hand it off and go to the right. And it will be a new runner in the game. And that'll be Isaac Salinas. Now we've seen a lot of him in the defense. Now he's trying to do his offense as well. And did get a good run. I've seen him run before. He's got about 7 that time. 2nd and 3. And we have a new quarterback, once again, Landon Edwards. He was in the game last week. And he is definitely a difference between Ornelas and Edwards, as you can see from the size. It is going to be a handoff and a nice little run from Gaetan. Gets close to the first down marker. Let's see where they mark it at. And it is going to be a first down for Gaetan. So that'll be the 4th first down for the Panthers. 2nd one from the run on this one. And the clock will continue to run less than 3:50. And Lance Edwards out there once again. So down to the 46-yard line. 1st and 10. Edward takes it, gets low, and hands it off to Gaetan. He gets 2 yards. And just trying to see what they can do with the ball at this point, trying not to do too much. They do not want to turn the ball over. So a little sportsmanship there, as you saw. 2nd and 8. And some other players that are coming in. This one is, Landon coming out, going back in after the play call from the coaches. Got 3 minutes to go. He is surrounded. He's going to go ahead and high snap. Doesn't get, and he's going to lose the ball as he was unable to get on it. And that went through his hands, and that is unfortunate, but that will end that drive, as it is going to be, looks like that's Barnes. Let's double check to see. I was able to get that for the Falcons. Yep, Joshua Barnes, a sophomore. And so that will pretty much in that one, as it is a turnover on a fumble. 1st and 10 at the 45 of Jal. Expected to see a bit of a clock run. Man in motion, Gonzalez. As he throws it to the man in motion to the right, he's going to get around a defender and find, let's see, 2 defenders on Jal. One of them is going to be Ian Faulkner, and the other one that made it was Landon Edwards. So defensively doing well, but made 8 yards on the carry after the pass. 2nd and 2. Handoff once again, this time to the right. Close to the first down. That'll be for Brody Allen, who has been doing a lot of offensive damage for the Falcons. Short of the first down marker by about half a yard. The 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Time is down to under 2 minutes, about 1:45, and still ticking. First down will end this game, most likely. Man in motion from right to left. He's going to go ahead and hand that off to Brody. Get the first down and more as he's still on his feet. Down to about the 20-yard line. And able to get him couldn't quite see who got that tackle, but it is first down. And it'll be 1:22 to go, as all you have to do now is just run out the clock. 52-27 is the score. 1st and 10, and that is at the 18-yard line inside the red zone. Running the clock down to 1 minute. And they're going to take the knee, go back about a couple yards. Be 2nd and 13. So again, they're just going to run out the clock. Very sportsmanlike. One more play, and that should be the end of this game. First half was dominated by the Panthers, but second half the Falcons came back, were able to make some adjustments and make all the right moves. So Falcons will win this one. They'll go to 2-2 on the district, and Jal will be dropped to 1-2. And next week will not be easy for them as they're going to be facing the Eunice Cardinals. We'll talk about that more. Let's go ahead and take a break and be back in just a moment. We are down to 12 seconds, and that is the end of the game as they line it up. Thanks for watching. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Well, the first half went well for this family night as well as seniors night. And you can see the seniors out there in the middle as this once again is their last night at home, most likely because of the season. You know, one more game to go, and it's going to be just down the road in Eunice. And we'll talk about that in just a moment. But right now, you know, they had 13 first downs in the first half, but they only managed 6 in the second half, and 2 in the third quarter and 4 in the fourth quarter. Just could not move the ball down the field just enough, and instead turnovers and everything else that happened, of course, caused them to drop this game. And unfortunate, but Loving was able to get some adjustments in the second half and be able to get back into it. And they started off with the game with a nice little pass to Fuentes. And that was one of the things, though, that they were having success with when they could. They had several drop. This could have been a bigger loss for Jal than it had been, but Loving was unable to get 2 times down the field in the red zone. It was a nice stop from Jal, but also a couple of drops did assist them as well. Otherwise, this could have been, maybe 60 or more. It could have been a merciful ending possibly. But Jal did fight it off, and they were able to get the 21-14 lead before the half ended. And actually, it was 21-6, and then that was when the touchdown happened before the end of the half from Gonzalez, a 27-yard pass with a 2-point conversion of a run that gave the Falcons just a 7-point deficit. Started off strong with a safety in the third quarter, and then after that it was pretty much Falcons, and they were just scoring more often. Jal had 1 possession scored, and they got it back to 30-27, but that was as close as they get before the final score was 52-27. And unfortunately, that is going to pretty much kind of get them in the lower ratings as well as the rankings as well as the standings. And for the standings, it's going to be Texaco, I believe. I'd have to check again, but I know they were 3-0 when they came into this contest. Eunice was at 1-1. Jal, of course, 1-1. Now they're 1-2. Loving is at 2-2, so they're ahead of Jal now. And Tularosa 0-2. Let me go ahead and check to see what the scores are from around. So I believe Tatum lost to Melrose, but that doesn't really contribute to anything here. But I know Eunice was leading at the half. And let's see what the final was. As it was 47-7, so they definitely did win that game, or they're winning that game. Let me double check. Yes, they did. They won that game 47-7. That is a final. Levington was able to beat Deming. And Tatum lost to Melrose in Melrose. The only other one that you might want to know about is Texaco. So let's see. Don't see a Texaco score on here. Maybe they played yesterday. Don't see it. So that is going to be the game once again. Unfortunately for Jal, they just were not able to get the second half going like they did the first half. Played well. I'm sure Coach Satterwhite is very happy with the first half and would like to have seen more in the second half, but Falcons were just too strong, too heavy for them as they got back and pretty much dominated the second half of this one once again with the same reasons why Jal was in the lead. So let's go ahead and give that the end and give it a wrap, as I think we've got pretty much the end of the game. This is Ron, and we're going to be here next week. We're going to be in Eunice as we face off against the Cardinals. Cardinals, once again, with that victory tonight, will be 2-1 in the district. Jal 1-2. Thanks for watching. And for Evie Stuber, for Tiffany at the station, this is Ron Gunner. Thank you very much for being here. And we want to see you here next week as we take on that last game and try to get into the playoffs. Until then, take care of yourselves and good night.